You know me, a last minute, whatever.
Old tardy Chris Brown.
Yeah, for real. but
How?
the work is always done.
Yeah, but how often do you think about a movie beforehand versus just be like, all right, I gotta find one. Let's go. Like, what's the
Uh,
ratio?
Shit, 1,000 to 1.
I
um,
mean, that keeps
w-
it fun, right? That keeps it like you wouldn't
um,
probably wouldn't pick those movies like on
no,
another scenario.
no, no. When like the movie I just picked right now is because I got a phone call from one of my coworkers, and he told me I need to pick up my trailer in the morning, so I punched in the word trailer. Okay.
Well, all right. Well, with that in mind, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
I'm sure they're having a nice little laugh because they're getting an in-depth look into the mind of Chris Brown and how on how he chooses things and how he makes his decisions.
Nah, that ain't nowhere near in depth look. You step into this mind, shit, yeah, fuck around, have a seizure.
I mean, judging by how many hats and bandanas and do rags he got on, it must be cold in there because you trying to keep it warm.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Oh, it's funny you say that because the hat I was gonna put on, I found my winter Mother Russia Eskimo hat, and I swear I was gonna throw it on just for shits and giggles, but
Looking like
I'd
you
have
went to
been
the,
here.
out here looking like a Tuskegee Airman.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh, I was like, oh man, but I was like, I want to be in here sweating my ass off. So I was like,
What,
nah.
what's the weather like in Alabama right now?
Oh, 68 degrees.
Oh, look at that. 1 degree off. 1 degree off. Then you would
Yeah,
68.
that perfect number.
Yeah. Did you do something different with your lights? Is it like brighter or something? It feels like it has like a slight yellow tint to it. It's not bad. Just wondering.
No, it's the same as I always do it. I think just the difference in time of day.
Yeah, because like I can see your shadow cast on the picture in the background, and I don't
Hmm.
normally see that. I don't know if for those
Uh,
watching, if you look where it says "Dream Big" in the background,
oh
you
yeah,
can see it should say "Dream Chris's big ass head" because all you
yeah.
see is that shadow in that.
You know what? I don't. I mean, I actually see it now,
Yeah,
and the only thing I could think of just because of the time of day. Remember that time change and sun's still out and it's getting brighter.
yeah. Yeah, earlier I had to reset up my lights and it was
Mhm.
set up weird, so I had to play around with it to get it to not cast on the Mysterio mask. Anyways, yeah. So we have I want to say a bit of an interesting movie
Indeed.
that came up. I say interesting because I felt like this movie is less about quotables and more about like cerebral thinking, like metaphors and what you get, what do you think of this situation? What do you get out of this situation?
Are you asking me, or is
No,
that
no, no.
like
I
a?
just think
Oh,
that's the kind of movie it was.
oh yeah,
It wasn't something where you're like, oh yeah, remember when they said this or like that, or like remember this specific scenario. It's more
yeah.
like, it makes you. It's more thoughtful, I guess.
Yeah, and then I realized after the movie went off, and I read the actual stuff about it or whatever,
Yeah.
it's actually nominated for an Oscar this year.
Oh shit. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I can see that because it's not. I mean, it's not a typical movie. It's not like
no, definitely not.
it's not like a movie where you're like, oh, beginning, middle, end, kind of thing. It's just a story, and you're kind of
Mhm.
like dropped right into the middle of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting.
All
But
right.
as always, before we get started, what you sipping on tonight? Because you know what I'm
So,
sipping on. It don't change.
see, here's the thing. I need to start sending you like some things of whiskey. There's a specific whiskey I want to send you.
My body is adapted to one. It
No,
works.
no, listen. You keep eating bologna for your entire life. You think that's all your body's gonna like until you have a steak. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I gotta send you a steak.
Look, oh, you can send me a steak. Make sure it's a big ass one.
Yeah.
Keep the fat on this. So I can put it on the grill, season it up.
Yeah. I'll make it. I'll send you a nice and juicy, so that when you start taking your shot, you do it with the pinky out because you
Uh,
think you don't want to waste it.
shit,
Anyways,
man.
I'm going back. I got this week. I got me a nice cider. I got my 911. No, 1911. Look at that. The light's a little bright today.
Yeah, see, blueberry.
Blueberry hard cider.
Nice.
And then I got 2 cans of this, and if I go through those, and I got my trusty hard kombucha.
Yeah.
My
That's the
tuna
one that
water.
appears. That's the one that appears most on your screen.
Because I just have those in the house all the time. Like, I mean, that's
Oh
why I
no,
go to.
I can't talk shit. The same thing appears on my screen every day a week.
I know. How it's like with you, we're just gonna try to get sponsored by Jack Daniels, not.
Shit.
But we got different whiskeys.
I mean, they send it to me. I'll try it, but I know what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're gonna change that. We're gonna expand your palate. You know.
Okay.
What else you got besides your whiskey?
Regular. I think I'm drinking Merlot tonight. Yeah, some wine. No, I just ate, so
Yeah.
I don't drink when I eat. I don't drink like that. So I gotta sip on wine.
Maybe maybe I should I think I said this before. I got a couple friends that have their own wines. I gotta get them to send.
No, not that. I'll definitely try different ones.
Yeah, but you're gonna taste it like tastes like wine.
Oh no. There's actually some wines I won't open purposely because they're for special occasions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But do you understand like the nuances of a good wine? You like looking at the legs and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I've gone to wine tastings. I know how to test this shit. But right now, I'm not going to test a $3 bottle. Just saying.
Dollar General special.
Hey, it comes with a kick though. That's for damn sure.
All right. All right. Well,
no shots tonight.
No, I was thinking about it. I was asking myself, was this movie worth a shot for me? Because I actually maybe I might say yes, because I was sitting here watching it. It's one of those movies where like thoughts were going through my head as I was watching it, specifically with you.
Really?
Yeah, but thoughts were going through my head as I was watching. So you know what? Yeah, I will break out a shot tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go grab that.
Do it for the culture.
Come on, man.
I don't even know what that means. I just had to say it. Oh man. So yes, indeed. While he's pouring that shot, so I'll wait till he gets back to announce the movie. If you tuned in last week, then you know what it is. Hopefully, you could chime in and tell us what you think about it. You can chime in now while we're getting started. And yeah, take it from there. It was I guess you could call it a drama, but not really intense, just more of something to make you think. Had a cool pace to it, in my opinion. Only one actor that I believe is a known actor. Everybody else I've never seen or heard of before, which is Ed Harris, and he had a couple of small parts in there. But yeah, it's a decent movie. I don't know how long it takes for a shot. Like 2 seconds. There he goes. This blue Leroy shirt on.
And I went over to grab a shot, and as I got into the kitchen, Ryu looked up like, "Yo, you getting me one?" He just stared at me the entire time I was pouring it.
You could have gave him one.
I was like, "All right, you need water."
He gonna be laid out drunk off H2O.
I heard you talking about my Bruce Leroy shirt.
Just when you sat down. Yeah.
Harlem, New York, the master. Got that
Harlem.
glove. All right, here. Toast.
Yes, indeed. Two.
Here we go.
Movie Theory Podcast.
Yes, sir. This is my peanut butter whiskey. Trusty peanut butter whiskey.
Hey.
I just had like about a pound of brisket right before I started setting up. So
really
I'll go right into that. Yeah. Sometimes, like if I don't feel like cooking, I'll go to like the barbecue spot, just grab some brisket. I eat usually a pound of meat a day. That gets me my protein. So yeah, I just got it all done in like one meal.
He eats a pound of meat a day. I eat a pound of meat a sitting.
Yeah, that's why you got the itis.
Yeah, but it was good though.
I like how all you can say is, yeah.
Oh man.
Was it baked? Was your chicken baked?
Yeah, because my timing was a little off today.
Yeah.
So I actually put the chicken in the oven and put the spinach and the onions and garlic and stuff on the top,
Yeah.
and just let them both slow cook while I worked out. And I let that cook while I worked out and finished the movie.
All right.
Yeah.
So speaking of the movie in question that we had this week was my choice, and it was called The Lost Daughter. Let me pop this cover up. Now I found it on Netflix, and the reason why I picked it is because I was just, was in some kind of mood, whatever. And I just decided to type in the word lost. And I just looked and saw what was interesting. And the cover of this movie that's on Netflix has Dakota Johnson standing in the water with her daughter. Now, I will say that girl who's on the middle of this poster is not the star of the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
So they literally went with, star power, because she's not the most, I want to say for a younger audience, she's probably the most well-known. There's other people in there that are known, but
Really, because I literally said the opposite while you was making your shot. I was like, I didn't really recognize the cast except for one person, Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Other than that,
there was her. You didn't recognize the dude with the beard?
He did it with the tattoo.
No, the dude that the professor that she ended up having.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I forgot he was even in the movie, but yeah.
Yeah. Recognize him?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's more people in there. But yeah, Ed Harris was the first one I recognized. I was like, oh shit, okay, I like Ed Harris.
Definitely.
What you got?
I don't know. Hearing something. I got the door blocked off. I was trying to see if there's Juice hitting it.
Juice is like, that's where I sit at this time of day while this man's recording.
And I harass him in the background so everybody gets my vocals on.
He's like, how you gonna cut me out of this filming?
Man, you ain't put in on this, man. Yeah, I know, right? You ain't nothing without David Ruffin. Your podcast without Juice is just a fake ass podcast.
One day just gonna come jump in front of the camera and be like, this is my shit. This is my shit. I just let them run it. This is my shit.
Yo, if she do that, I'm gonna just stop it. Yo, make sure you got that right. Send that out. I'm about to get rich.
It's gonna be like the movie Secret Life of Pets.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna start talking. You're gonna be like,
man, I don't know. What would you do? If, matter of fact, off the movie, if Ryu just hopped over there and was just, hey, we're going for a walk out today.
Bro, I would look at him and be like, I don't know what I'd say. I'd be like, first of all, it wouldn't even be the fact that he's talking to me. It's the fact that he's being demanding. I'd be like, how you gonna ask or tell me whether we going walking or not? Second, then I'd be like, I don't know. I might judge him based on what kind of accent he got.
Yo, really?
If he got an English accent, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of dope.
It's a cheerio.
Father, are we going for a walk today? Like, oh shit! I was like, why you sound like a fucking ghost?
Yeah, only you. Because if you started talking, I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna go grab my Bible, get some holy water. Like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But what if Juice started talking to you and like Juice sounded like Lil Kim? Then you might be like, oh yeah, you a hood ass dog.
It's gonna bust up with the Q to the beat with the MOBB, Queensbridge, Brooklyn. I could quiet storm shit. Like, oh,
I could literally see Juice coming up to you, just being like just a straight hood dog, like, hey yo, dog, you going walking or what? I'm like, yo, you a female dog? Why are you talking like that?
I'm about to say, yo, is DMX inside you? What's going on here?
No, I mean, I always wonder. I wonder sometimes, like, do dogs have accents? Like when they bark, are they barking with an accent?
You right? Think too much, dude.
No, I'm saying like so like I got my corgi here, maybe he was born in Florida, so he's probably might have like a little Southern accent, or being around me and he's probably just talks normal. But then if we go to England or Japan and he meets a corgi, maybe their bark sounds a little different. He probably like, why you pronounce your R like that?
Oh man.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't. I haven't had any edibles or nothing today.
I was gonna say whatever you smoking, man. All right, cool.
I'm high on life
Hey, I ain't
and
mad
a
at you.
shot of peanut butter whiskey. Anyways,
It's just one shot.
all right. So, the Lost Daughter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, off rip. Did you like it or did you not?
Yes. I'm trying to keep my answer to yes and no answer straight to the point because it's got to be one of the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it, and specifically because it wasn't your normal like storytelling. It wasn't like a straight out beginning, middle, end, even though it was, but it wasn't so like obvious. It was more subtle.
Mhm.
You kind of just got caught up in like what the story that was going on was.
Yeah.
I actually think the movie was less about telling the story and more about like analyzing people. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because I could follow the story,
Yeah.
but I really felt like it was just a movie dealing with, I guess, real emotions that people go through. The scenario was a little different, but
Yeah.
the emotions were identifiable, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like it was more like if you were like people watching. If you were at like the mall, just sitting down and like people watching, I feel like it's almost like that scenario. It took that approach into
Mm.
watching these people and how they operate, because it really felt like you were sitting back and watching this stuff happen versus like being within the story itself.
Mm. Okay.
It's,
So
it's okay. This blueberry cider is okay.
I feel like you've
5.5. What's that?
I feel like you've had if you haven't had that one, you had another blueberry one on here before.
I've had another blue like can before, but not this one specifically. I've had this brand though.
Okay.
So like all their cans look almost exactly the same, just different colors. But
Yeah, who knows?
little crisp.
There you go with that fucking Asian rabbit shit.
Oh, this actually it actually tastes like, oh, kind of like a popsicle,
Oh, okay.
which isn't bad, but like the taste doesn't taste long, but it kind of tastes like
Okay. So when you were saying that you picked this movie because you were feeling kind of lost, do you want to go into what you were feeling that day, or you really don't know, or just
I honestly don't remember. I feel like I had this moment where I just, you have those moments where you're sitting there like our life can be going according to plan. It can be going moving exactly in the direction you see it. But then sometimes you just have one of those days where you're just like, what am I doing here? Where am I? Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
And like you just start analyzing everything going around you. I feel like it might have been one of those kind of days where I just was sitting back and taking stock of everything that's going on around me. And so I wasn't necessarily lost, more so just almost like an outer body experience, like watching all the elements of my life going on versus actually being a part of it.
Interesting.
What about you? What does the term or idea of being lost mean to you?
Uh, I know when we talked after you picked the movie, I said it's funny you picked that movie because I felt like more disconnected,
Yeah.
like just like disconnected from the whole entire universe. Like I was just in what's that movie? The Lego movie. I was in a big brain of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean a big brain? Like the Lego movie wasn't no big thing of nothing. Are you frozen, bro?
They stepped inside, huh?
I
Yeah, you're frozen
on my screen, you're frozen.
too. Can you hear me?
I can
My
hear
screen, you're
you.
frozen, which is
You're going in. Okay, now you're
okay.
back.
Yeah, so are you. Okay, that was weird.
Huh. You know what I think it is? Oh, it says my internet connection is unstable. Oh, give me a second. I know why. Hold on. I didn't plug in my fucking Ethernet cable.
Good. Fucking Asians. Well, you got your elbow on the screen like you're trying to elbow drop somebody.
There we go. Hold on.
Can you hear me? Because
Yes,
now
I
you're
can. I can
completely
hear you.
frozen.
Can you hear me now? Hold on. It's probably reestablishing itself.
Oh, okay.
You good? No, we both froze.
Okay, there you go.
All right, there we go. Look at that. That took a second. Hey, moral of the story is make sure you connect all your shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was, like I said, I had to reset up everything because I took everything down and I grabbed my lights and everything because I did a little, filming and shooting yesterday. So needed my shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So well, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Basically, I'll say I just feel disconnected. Just like
Yeah. Okay.
well,
So
talk about the Lego movie. Yeah.
But what about the Lego movie? Like what about the Lego movie makes
when
you
they stepped into well, I can't think of his name, but the main character's brain, and he had nothing in there like at all. You know what I'm saying?
in the Lego movie?
The Lego movie. Why can't I think of it? It's Chris Pratt's character.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the Lego, yeah, he's just a mindless worker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically I felt like that like in my everyday life, just like in a big place of nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, like no matter what direction I go in, look up, look down, it's just like what the hell's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Well, did watching this movie like alleviate any of those lost feelings for you?
I'm not gonna say it alleviated because the storyline didn't match up with me, but I understood the emotions of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making decisions and having to live with those decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess trying to figure it all out. God knows how many years later. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing like 20 years later when she gave her daughter's ages or whatever. But yeah, just the feeling of, I guess what the movie told me was the feeling of being lost really is all in your own mind,
Yeah.
or based on your life.
All right. Well, so here's the thing. It'd be one thing if this movie was called The Lost. Then I could see that. But this motherfucking movie is called The Lost Daughter.
Yeah.
So like I walked into it thinking it was gonna be something. And looking at that cover, you see, the girl standing with her daughter. I'm thinking it's got something to do with them. Lo and behold, I mean, I think that's just a catalyst for a lot of the things that happen. But I think the story in and of itself, it had nothing to do with a lost daughter. It was more to do with like a lost soul. That makes sense.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
Yeah. Because it was it felt like there was like a bunch of people who were either at integral moments in their life or who were like trying to, they were all at integral moments in their life, just different points of it. Like some people were trying to, make amends with, past decisions. Some people were in the midst of making decisions. Mm-hmm. So I guess, yeah. And granted, most of those characters were women. So yeah, maybe the lost daughter was themselves versus the actual physical lost daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
because
go ahead.
I do think there was a part in the movie. As always, we jump around. When she goes home and her husband is on his knees crying.
Yeah.
And I think he says that he's going to take her back to her mother's house.
He says he's going to take the kids to the mother's house.
Yeah, she went ape shit crazy.
Because I feel like, yeah. So yeah, we're jumping around. We're just talking shit. But okay, so I think at that point in the movie, like, I think that was more of a like one of those. It's one thing to make this decision for yourself. Mm-hmm. Then once you start letting other people know that, hey, these are the decisions being made. It's almost like I think she was not offended. Maybe offended by the idea that like, he's almost tattletaling. Like, I'm gonna tell your mother what you're doing in this family.
Well, and didn't she say something about that dark wretched place or something like that?
Yeah, because she said like that. She said, she's trying to save her daughters from that dark wretched place that she came from.
And the reason why I brought that up is because that's what makes you think the title fits the movie at that point, The Lost Daughter. You know what I'm saying?
So the lost daughter being her.
Yeah, because when it came down to that phrase, that reference about her mother, she lost the shit behind it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the only part of the movie where I think the title matches up of why she became lost in her own life or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like this movie was more about a woman. I'm not saying she repeated her mother's mistakes, but seeing herself go down the same path that her mother did, that she did with her mother. She was almost becoming her mother. I don't know if she was, but like it looked like she felt like she was trying her best to escape, the life that she had, with the family she came from. But in turn, she was creating that same scenario in the situation she was in. I mean, first of all, the movie kicks. Right, what's up? Don't give me that weird look.
Are we going for a walk, Father?
Yeah. Father, I just ate my bully stick. You have any water, please?
Give us some whiskey.
I was trying to spin him in a circle earlier and then put him down just to see if he like got dizzy.
Yeah.
Because he ain't got no tail to chase. So I was like, maybe he'll get dizzy.
Man. How's it? Oh, your phone.
I don't know anybody from Tallahassee, Florida. So that ain't getting answered.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah. So like the movie kicks off where we see this lady, I thought it was in like the coast of California, but turns out she was in Greece.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know where she was, but I knew it wasn't somewhere in America.
Yeah, I think after listening to everybody talk about certain things, I think like the idea is that she was in like somewhere in Greece. She was on holiday.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between a holiday and vacation?
Holidays with people over there in the middle in Europe say.
Yeah, but is everything a holiday to them?
I guess because holiday is supposed to be like fun and relaxing, and you're off work. So we're on holiday is like, I guess it's supposed to be Christmas.
Yeah, because we say like if we're on holiday, it's like, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Columbus Day. But vacation is where you're going and just taking time off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe holiday is just time off.
That's what I'm thinking. Like we say, today's a holiday, so today is like the day where we get time off.
Yep.
We're going on vacation, which means, in the words of Forrest Gump, you go somewhere and don't ever come back. Just saying.
Yeah. So I don't know. When she said that, I was just like, okay. Like, but I always wondered I gotta ask some of my British friends. Hey, what's the difference between holiday and vacation?
I really don't think there's a difference at all. It's just different words to describe the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Going to relax.
Yeah. So speaking of, she went to like this coastal area in Greece. She looked like she was going to get a Airbnb. Gonna just go relax. She was a professor. She's gonna take her summer holiday, maybe do a little work and just relax. Nice relaxing vacation.
Yeah.
Boy, did that change.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Like, have you ever had that happen? I'm sure you have. Where you go in expecting one thing, a nice, calm, serene, vacation.
Yeah.
And that shit turned into spring break.
Yeah. Or I'm going trying to go enjoy spring break. And next thing I know, I'm sitting there with the Mai Tai and the book. Like, okay, the fuck's going on here?
That's when you know you're getting old. Where you go in like expecting to enjoy spring break, and you're just like, you know what? I'm done with the dumb shit. Give me this book and a fucking drink, and let me just sit here.
Well, look, I ain't see what kind of book it was.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's got places you can color, and it's got like
Sudoku, baby. Nah. Oh man.
Yeah. So like, hold on. All right. So she goes to relax, and then all of a sudden a family from New York shows up. So I mean, that's where like
they look like Italians.
Yeah, which is cool, but like that's one of the things where like why put it into a Greek setting if you're just gonna have, because you got this one lady who's got a British accent. She lived out next to Boston.
She's from Cambridge, Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish she had just said Cambridge, London.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Cambridge in UK. But like, no.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was going to say because of her accent. Yeah.
Yeah. She's from Boston. And then you got this family from New York that comes in. It's like, why don't you say, okay, we're in like the, Pacific Coast.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who wrote the movie or whatever the case may be, but
isn't it? It's based on a book, right?
I don't even know.
You said
I
you
don't
read
know.
about it.
I know. I just read the overhead, the overhead letters where it was like Oscar nominee. I was like, really? You know what I'm saying?
So all you read was that one line underneath the title.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Shit, that's all I needed to know.
That's like going to McDonald's saying you read the menu, but all you read was that little thing outside that said, Big Macs fucking 2 for $1 today.
Fine. That's all I needed to know. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so to get into the movie, it starts off with her driving down the road. She meets Ed Harris, gets the Airbnb.
Now, okay, so if you showed up and that was the Airbnb you got, because let's jump a little bit into some of her experiences in this Airbnb.
Okay.
She got fucking rotten fruit.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking gross. And you could tell they specifically positioned the motherfucker so that when you looked at it, it looked nice.
Yeah.
And then, she was sleeping with the windows open. So the cicada landed on her fucking pillow.
Yeah.
She woke up and just looked at that motherfucker. She tried to touch it. That motherfucker wouldn't move.
You know what caught me attention about that?
What's that?
She got up, threw the cicada out the window, but left the window open.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like after that, you kind of like shut the window. Yeah, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like,
was she staying by a lighthouse?
I don't think it was a lighthouse. I think she was just on the coast.
Okay.
But like, okay, so if you had shit like that happening in your Airbnb, like, what would you do? Try to change?
Nah, I'll just roll with it.
Eat the fruit?
Nah, fuck no. I don't need fruit. I don't need fruit now. Shit, I toss the shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, it wouldn't have phased me. I just would have made some proper adjustments.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you at a hotel or Airbnb?
Getting bit by a fucking tick.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
The worst thing that happened.
In a tick, or was it a bed bug? Tick or a bed bug?
I want to say a tick because it was hanging out of my body.
Like
I had to
pull it off you.
I had to burn it. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten checked out for Lyme disease? Because ticks spread Lyme disease.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out how the motherfucker got in the goddamn hotel. On the beach in Myrtle Beach.
Okay, it's Myrtle Beach. It's probably a tick. It's probably crabs. You probably
shit. Nah, it wasn't no crabs. They travel by the dozens. This was one.
maybe it's a fucking Navy SEAL crab.
he was searching for the dark meat city.
Y'all go take care of the youngins. I'm searching for some old dark meat.
Man. But I get honestly, I ain't really had many bad experiences in a hotel. I mean, besides that, what about you? You've traveled a whole lot more than I have, so.
Mm-hmm. All right,
yeah.
So one time
you said it like you got a good story.
All right, so it was one time in Baltimore. I was sleeping, and like we kept hearing like weird noises in the room above us, and then just listening, and all of a sudden we're like, "What the fuck is that?" Then all of a sudden, we look and there's water pouring out of the light socket. It was maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning, just fucking pouring down out of the light socket. So I go down to the desk. I'm like, yo, like there's fucking water pouring out this light socket, whatever. They come over, they look like, oh, okay, we'll move you to a different room. So we end up like in 2:30 in the morning, we got to go move to, mind you, we got to this hotel. It was probably like, fucking midnight, 1 in the morning. So we're all tired. We're tired.
Mm-hmm.
And so we moved to a different room. We're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, only thing I can think of with water pouring out of something like that is if like something in the room above like was overflowing, like the bathroom was overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
So the next morning, I'm going down the street to go get some coffee. I come back, it's a motherfucking ambulance outside the hotel. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I hope someone didn't die in that room above me.
Yeah, really.
That's what I think happened.
Oh shit!
Someone died and the bathtub overflowed.
Damn.
That's what I think happened.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say what hotel it is in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Just know that if I stay there again, I know exactly which one it is because I know what that fitness center looks like. And it was a short walk to the ramen shop.
Shit fire.
Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I've stayed at crazy hotels. There was one in Boston. It's like the most haunted hotel in America.
Really?
Yeah. If you go there, it's like I've eaten there before in the like the hotel restaurant.
Mhm.
That shit looks like you're walking into like the 1920s.
Mm.
I mean, it's dope,
Yeah,
romantic, but like, yeah, it's fucking haunted.
that's kind of cool. I would do something like that on GP just to say I did it.
What, stay at a haunted hotel?
And stay in the haunted room just to see if shit fucks with me.
Right, you tell me when you want to do it. I will book you a room at a haunted hotel.
Okay.
I'll give you a GoPro and everything, but like film this shit because I know
Okay.
you. I want to see if you uphold to every black stereotype in a scary movie I've ever seen.
Hell no. You know I won't.
I want to see if you actually leave or you'll try to investigate.
Shit depends on what happens because you know I could sleep late when I want to, but I would do it just to see if it's really really haunted and see the shit that's going on.
You ever had like ghost experience?
I have. I actually had one when I moved into this house.
In that house.
Yeah.
Oh, you explain this shit because you live in the middle of the woods. In the middle of the woods, and there's ghosts.
Look, the lady I got the house from when I first got here, under the circumstances, the way things happened, my bed was actually in the living room, just the mattress and the box spring. I didn't set it up yet because I was still just trying to get situated. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't sleep because I kept hearing shit run through the walls. Now, granted, I'm thinking animals, whatever, house they've been occupied, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I fell asleep. And this lady came to visit me in my sleep. And I heard some shit go off. And this is what fucks me up. Because I heard like some beeper or something go off. And I opened my eyes.
Beeper.
Not a beeper, but like some like loud boop or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck was that? But then I lay back down and the dream picks right up where it left off. Like I'm still sitting with this lady. So I can't tell no if I'm dreaming, if this is real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I woke up, but at the same time, how does my dream start right where it left off again? Yeah. I know in the dream, I'm asking her, I'm like, yo, what? Because this is about after 2 or 3 days of staying here, or being here rather. And I'm like, what am I hearing? She said, oh, that's the twins. They're messing with you right now because you're new to the house. And this is in my dream, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what twins? You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna have to be aware next time I stay over there.
I mean, nah,
would you exercise them? You get them out of there?
Nah, look,
age that motherfucker.
I don't know if this is real or not. You know, look, I'm not even gonna try to say superstition or whatever, but I had a conversation because I was like, look, if you are who I was identified that you was identified to be who you are, this is me. I'm in your house. I got it from this person, and everything's cool. And I never had a problem after that.
Bro,
I'm not making this up. Because I sleep light, you know what I'm saying? So I hear a lot of shit. And when I'm in the dream, and then here's the funny thing. The lady in the dream her name was the lady's sister that died that used to live here.
Bro, next time I go over, I'm gonna be real disrespectful just to say about like, oh, get this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Look.
Get this.
Look,
dummy out of here.
Look. I done got it all cleared out. Everything's cool. If I happen to have some another weird dream, like somebody, the samurai, like, look, the Asian has to go.
You better get this little Asian dude out of here before I get him out.
I'm like, well, hold on, time out. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna wake up next morning like, Sarah, listen, over breakfast, but listen, I don't know what you was dreaming about last night, but whatever you did, stop it. They coming for you.
Yeah, for real. Like, and I don't think I can save you.
I'm like, who's they? Like, you know.
Yeah. But
right.
Yeah.
All right. So she shows up. She's over this Airbnb, and then like she's young. It looks like she's gonna have like a relaxing thing at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little cabana boy comes over, asks her if she, needs help moving her benches or her chairs over underneath the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
She's relaxing, and then next thing you know, this whole wild family shows up.
Borgo Italians.
Like stereotypical, like New York, New Jersey Italians.
Yeah.
Just not, and I don't even mean like stereotype, just like Jersey boy style, like Italians.
Mm-hmm.
And they just start getting wild. And then the girl, like Dakota Johnson's character, like she's stuck out compared to the rest of the family.
Oh yeah, you could tell she was the outcast, so to speak.
Yeah, like she wasn't like part of the family. Like she was like not an in-law, but like she was married into the family. She's not actually like a sister or nothing like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so she starts interacting with these people. They're, fucking up her zen.
Yeah.
And then they had that moment, the confrontation.
Yeah.
What would you do in that situation? You explain the confrontation and tell me what you would do in that situation.
If I remember correctly, they walked up to her and they said, "Do you mind moving down the beach so our family can sit together?" And she said, "No, I'm fine, thanks." You know what I'm saying? which which I thought was cold. I mean, if somebody said it to you, you're like, all right, you know what I mean? What you gonna say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shit. All right, but so that's what happened. She wouldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
If that was me just my own character, I would have probably said yeah, sure. Because at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm out there just to really enjoy whatever I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
So if y'all all want to sit together and there's 50,000 of y'all in one of me, take it. If you came and asked me for it, you must need it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, but in your mind, why do you think she said no?
I think she said no because she's after watching the movie, I think she stands strong on whatever she believes in, like whatever she stands on. You know what I'm saying? She's not an easily moved person. You know, I think based on how the story goes in the movie, always having to adjust for somebody else or something else, she put in her mind, I'm not adjusting for shit. You know what I'm saying? And you adjust around me.
So I think, in my opinion,
mm-hmm.
I think you have a much more optimistic view of the girl or the lady.
Okay.
Because if it sounds like in your mind, she's been, she's put everyone else forward first. Now she's like, no, I'm not putting anyone else forward.
Mm-hmm.
Where in my mind, she just was like, she's more of a selfish person, where she's just like I want things my way. And you guys came, I wanted this peaceful and quiet vacation. And you guys just came and ruined my vacation.
That's actually,
now I'm not.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say selfish, but that's what I meant by it when I said like stand on her own like her own thing. Like, no, this is me. You're not going to move me. Like I'm selfish in my own way. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's more like it's not a reaction to, for me, it's not a reaction to, having to acquiesce to other people your whole life. I think it was more of she's a selfish person.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the movie, in the beginning of the movie, you kind of feel like she's more optimistic, like she's more steadfast and standing on her ground because these people are rude. But then I think as the movie goes, you start to realize, no, I think she was just kind of a selfish person. And she kind of put herself before everything else in her life. And those are the questions in her mind that she was kind of having to deal with within the movie. I think that's a good, a good icebreaker into what's the word? Exploring that part of a person's psyche. Like, are you a selfish person, or are you just a person who's finally starting to stand up for themselves?
Yeah, that's actually a very, very fine line between the two.
Yeah.
I already know what you're gonna say, but if that was you in that position, what would you have done?
No, I don't care. I would have moved.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make, because me with all the people showing up wouldn't have upset my zen.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I said, if you want the seat here, take it.
Yeah, I think she almost took them showing up as she almost took it a little too personal. Like, it's almost like they were showing up and fucking up her vacation instead of, hey, they all just came here on vacation too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, every time she was walking through the woods, was she walking back to her car, or was she walking to like the hotel?
I want to say, was it her car? Because the point where she runs into the guy leaning on the car she thinks is hers.
Yeah.
She was coming back from the beach, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe she was coming back from the woods, going like from the beach through the woods into the parking lot.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it was a little creepy ass fucking walk.
Yeah. there's still I don't understand those two parts. Like that pine cone. Shit, what was that made out of? Fucking cement?
Bruh. It looked like someone took a baseball and launched that at the back of her. Like, I mean, it
Yeah.
was itch. That shit hit her to the point where she couldn't like finish walking and go get dinner.
Yeah.
Like stop and like take a breath.
That, and then there's another time when she's walking through the woods and something cracks and she just screams and runs off, but they don't never show what it is.
Well, I think that's more like I think it's more highlighting like at that point a lot of things were going on in her mind. Like she was creating this they're against me kind of scenario in her head.
Yeah, I can see that because there's certain parts of the way that point that out where when she's out dancing, you know what I'm saying, on the beach just sitting there and she thinks everybody just staring her down, you know. And you ever been in a situation like that where you think other people are thinking whatever they're thinking about you?
I'm trying to think. Have I personally? I know of people who have been in that scenario. I don't know. I can't think of a scenario off rip, but I know like when I was younger, I was super self-conscious. So like if I was at like a school dance, like I'd probably be a wallflower. I wouldn't be dancing because like, you know, I'm thinking if I go out there and dance, everyone's gonna be judging my dancing.
Yeah.
So like I instead of, you know, just having fun, now I'm thinking like, oh shit, everybody's watching to see if I get off this wall and start dancing.
Yeah. Like that, I think that's what you said a minute ago about that fine line, you know, from I guess your personal mind and I guess what's really going on. Cause I look at situations like that where I've actually been in situations where I know I walked into a room and I know I'm in the wrong room. Like, ooh, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Where you live. Look what you look like.
No shit. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Like
but
Jada,
then
like Jadakiss hanging out in Omaha, Nebraska. Like, you're not gonna look like you belong, and not that you don't belong here. You're just gonna look out of place.
Yeah, but like I've been in situations where, you know, people look at you, and you could tell that I've come to learn the difference in curiosity and judgment. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say I'm always 100% correct on it all, but I can almost legitimately all the time tell the difference of curiosity and being judged.
All right. So first time you came over to one of the family's cookouts, curiosity or being judged?
I got judged off the back, not by your family. The dude doing karaoke. Hey! I don't got no rap music. Like what the fuck? I was like, that's the first thing you gonna say? Like, how you know I don't want to hear Shania Twain or something? You know what I'm saying? He stopped me dead in my tracks. Said, hey! I don't got no rap music.
That's one of those insults that you're like, God damn it, I can't even say nothing to that because I goddamn was about to ask him for some rap music.
Look, and I told you about your mom when I got there and you wasn't there. She's like, Chris, you made it. I made fried chicken. And I was like, huh? Where's that? You know what I'm saying?
So that day we did karaoke, I know. Okay, he said he had no rap music. Well, tell everybody what you did sing.
I think we did Boyz II Men, didn't we?
No. You sang by yourself first, and I can tell you exactly what you sung.
Honestly, I don't even remember.
My man sung Justin Bieber featuring Ludacris.
I did?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. I say that shit.
Yeah, you did that. I did Linkin Park, and then we did something else after.
Then we went to the Boyz II Men because something tells me that we sang that.
We did Boyz II Men or Backstreet Boys, one of those two.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember you did Justin Bieber. I was like, all right.
I found some rap music somewhere. Ludacris got a hot 16 in there. Holy shit. Yeah, that's fucked up.
All right, but yeah, like, I mean, throughout the movie, you could see like these people were keeping an eye on her. And I don't know if it was all in her head, but like,
I think it was.
Well, here's the thing. Is it one of those things where you're watching them? So all of a sudden, if they look at you, now you're like, oh, they're watching me.
Mm-hmm.
You've been watching them the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing. If it was me, I'd be like, yo, why is this lady just sitting here watching us?
That's what I think it came down to. Because I've heard this saying back when I was a kid, and I never forgot it. And it says sometimes you have to watch people watch you. You have to watch people watch you while you watch them. You know what I'm saying? And
I like that.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And in this situation, especially after knowing the backstory and everything, like you said, I think they really showed up on their own 1-2, having fun, whatever. But then somebody looked at, yo, what's up with this lady? Why is she staring at us? And then
Yeah.
everybody's looking up at her now, you know what I'm saying? And in her mind, she's like, why are they staring at me?
Yeah.
You just been eyeing them down for the last 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then the girl noticed because she's been watching them so much.
Mhm.
I mean, one lady by herself in Greece, like
Yeah.
obviously she looks like she's out of place. And then all of a sudden, she's always keeping her eye on everyone.
Mhm.
So then as she's watching them, like she takes a notice of the Dakota Johnson character, and like she starts having flashbacks to her childhood or her younger days.
Mhm.
And like you start to see a parallel between what she sees going on with her and her daughter, or what happened with her and her daughter, and what's happening with the girl and her daughter.
Mhm.
So do you think it's one of those scenarios where like, oh yeah, she just sees similarities and she sees like, it's almost like she's analyzing the mistakes she can see in someone else?
I think so. I think she was drawn to uh Dakota Johnson, her character,
Yeah,
off of her experiences, and her experiences and her regrets.
yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely. I don't know if she was judging, the choices that the Dakota Johnson character was making. I think she was just like seeing like, oh, this girl might be going down the same path I was going down.
Mhm.
But do you think she like, do you think she wanted to warn her about those situations, or do you think she was just like, oh shit, that's the same shit that happened to me?
It's more of a reflection, like looking at it and just like basically watching your memories come to life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I think we might have talked about this on the podcast, just me and you personally, um, where you could go through something
yeah,
and you might not have reacted the way you should have, and then you run into like a very identical situation some odd years later, and you're faced with the decision of, when it happened the first time, I didn't do anything, and then it happened the second time, I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because I felt like that was her way of, I'm looking at the situation, I'm looking at my memories unfold before me,
yeah.
and I'm still not gonna do anything about it because I'm that selfish.
I'll be honest with you, man. I saw when I was watching it and I saw her seeing what was going on with the girl and her daughter, and then doing the flashbacks to her and her own kids.
Mhm.
I really thought, I was like, oh, I think all these people are like a projection of her mind. Like these
Hmm.
people, there's a chance these people might not actually be here, and she's just on the beach by herself, and she's like, I'm not hallucinating, but just within her own thoughts, and she's watching her thoughts play out in front of her.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, that might be a fucking dope ass fucking movie where like you're sitting there, almost like if a writer is sitting there like, okay, I'm writing this book. And as I'm writing this book, I'm watching this book develop right in front of me.
Hmm. Yeah, because no, she was grading papers when she got them. Am I right?
Yeah.
Or was she reading the book?
But she was grading papers and reading, but then she wrote down the girl's name, Nina.
Yeah, because her doll's name was Mina.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So then it gets to the point where I thought this was the point of the movie, where all of a sudden the little girl went missing.
Okay, I remember that. You lost me for a minute.
What do you mean?
Because you said you thought,
I thought this was the point of the movie because the movie's called The Lost Daughter.
yeah.
So I thought this was going to
Oh,
be,
okay, yeah.
I thought
This
this
is
was
when,
going to be it because like all of a sudden she's looking around the beach and she can't find the
yeah.
daughter.
Hmm.
And like everybody's out here searching, and the old lady sitting there watching it all go down.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she was going to help or not. I thought
I thought she was gonna steal the daughter. That's what I
yeah,
thought.
she kept staring at her because like when the girl and the husband were fighting,
Hmm.
like I thought she was looking at the daughter, and the daughter was fucking biting the face of the fucking doll.
Hmm.
And like, I don't know, she felt some weird way about that. But then, yeah, I thought she was going to take the daughter.
Well, and I think that flashes back to her childhood when her daughter colored all over her doll,
Yeah.
and she got mad about it and threw it out the window.
Yeah.
And then broke the shit. Like, you just did more damage than the daughter did. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. So that's the weird thing. Like, you know how sometimes you can give a present to someone,
Hmm.
but you're not really giving them their present, or you're not giving them a present.
Hmm.
Like, if I give you something, all right, Chris, I'm giving you this gift because I thought of you. Here, it's yours. Take it.
Hmm.
I think in her mind, she wasn't giving the daughter a gift. She wanted the daughter to know, like, hey, this is important to me, and I'm letting you hold it. Like, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a gift. It was a, like, selfish. It was a selfish thing. Like, no, this is really important to me.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you hold it versus I want to give you this gift to have so you can be happy. I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense. But and when I look at situations like that, yeah, people have to understand, children are children.
Yeah.
No matter how much of, not an adult, but how much of what they think they know. That me and my child's mother got into this little altercation because I was trying to make Aurelia sit down and actually sit down and get her hair done.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom was like, she doesn't want it done. I was like, whether she wants it done or not, she's not leaving this house looking like this, especially with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And she was like, why? You got to let her have her own decision. I said, so the same person that covers their eyes and thinks that you can't see them can make up her own mind. And she was like, okay, yeah, you got a point. I said, okay, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
they, so with that being said, when she gave her the gift, whether, I mean, she probably wanted her to appreciate it,
Yeah.
but she's a child. They don't understand that concept yet. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that. It's like one. It's like it's not that she wanted her to appreciate it. I think she wanted her to, like, I don't know. I think to me it's it was more like, I'm not really giving you this. I'm just
Mhm.
telling you, like, this is my thing. And I'm just
Mhm.
letting you play with it. But this is mine. But I'm letting you
Yeah.
play with it. Because in my mind, the daughter writing all over it, she is appreciating it. She's appreciating it in the way she appreciates things. She plays
Mhm.
with it. She does things with it. Like,
Yeah.
that's what kids do. You can't expect a child to cherish something the way you did, because you're not the same person. You got to let them cherish it the way they cherish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
That fucking upset me, man. It upset me to see her get so mad at because she takes the doll away and starts yelling at the daughter. She goes,
Mhm.
she goes, this is mine. She goes, no, that's not yours. It's mine. And the daughter
Mhm.
said it's mine because you gave it to her.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't understand. Like, why are you so mad? You gave it to me. I'm playing with it the way you wanted me to.
Yeah. And like I said, but as a child, like you just said, if you gave me a gift, it's my gift. You gave it to me, it's mine. However, I do feel like it's like an unwritten law. If somebody gives you a gift, it's it's up to you to respect that gift. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's one thing if, how can I put this? If you give me a jacket, because okay, let's just say you don't know me, but you see me walking down the street and it's freezing, and you're driving, and oh, he looks cold. But here, man, you need a jacket. You sure? Yeah, cool. Take it. All right, cool. Appreciate it. And then I see somebody else and I'm in a better position and I pass that jacket on. That's a gift paying it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But if you gave me a jacket as a friend, like, hey, Chris, I was overseas and they had this jacket. I thought about you. Here you go. Whether I wear this shit, I put it in the closet, whatever, it's up to me to withhold the respect of you give me that gift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to give that away, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't
That,
know.
that's what I look at. I'm not supposed to give it away because you gave it to me as a gift. Whether I like it or I don't, it's mine. It was given to me from my best friend as a gift. You know what I'm saying?
I think if I give you a gift, you are well within your right to do whatever you want with it. If I see that gift, if I give you a notebook, I'm like, yo, you could use this, help, get your thoughts out and all that shit. And I come over next time and it's propping up your table, I might feel a certain way, but goddamn, he's using that shit to prop up the table. But then at the same time, it's like, it's his. I can't tell him how to use it. Secondly, he might use this table to eat, to do all his things. And now this book is actually helping him out in more ways than just writing in it. So to me, it's like, I think once, if you're genuinely giving a gift to someone, then you could feel a certain way, like, man, this motherfucker threw that shit away. or this motherfucker just tossed it in the closet in the back. He's never worn it. But you gave it to him. It's his gift. He's allowed to do with it whatever he wants. Now, if you sit there and be like, motherfucker, I gave you this, and you it's in the back of the closet, you ain't even fucking gonna respect it. It's like, well, did you give it to me saying that you wanted me to have it, or did you give it to me saying I want you to wear it so I could tell everyone, so you could tell everyone that hey, Chris got me this?
See,
To me, that's a selfish reasoning for giving a gift.
Oh yeah, I see that, but like for me, I don't look at it that way. I look at it like, if I give you a gift, like you said, once I give it to you, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. But if you basically treat it like it was worth nothing, that tells me I'm not worth anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it is holding up your table. Look, shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think
that book was $21.99. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's $21.99 like table prop.
Shit.
Here's all it does to me is it goes, all right, cool. Now I ain't gonna spend $21.99 on a gift for you no more. That's it. You're allowed to do with it whatever you want. And if I see it, now I get to make that adjustment and be like, all right, cool. Like, I know that's a little too much to be spending on gifts for him because he does his own thing with them.
Yeah. Okay, so you would feel some type of way.
I would, but not necessarily about what he's doing with that gift. Mm-hmm. It's just I'm going to make that adjustment for the next time I decide to get him a gift.
Mm.
But that's got no bearing on what he does with that gift.
Like, no, you get no more Barnes and Noble. You get the dollar store section.
Yeah. You get that, you get that used, go to the UPS and I see the fucking shit standing on
the... What's up? Where's the oil and the seasoning? The cabinet, both cabinets next to the stove. Make sure your burner's on the right height.
You really got a deep ass voice.
You hear him? Oh man,
it sounds like Tiny Zeus Lester walked in.
Look, when you see him, the dude's the size of my pinky toe.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying he's my height, but he's skinny as shit.
I bet. I mean, if he's like I remember, I remember when he got drunk and. Hold on. I remember when we was in the backyard at your house, and he was standing there by the basement door. He was drunk, and all of a sudden he just slipped and fell, and he just boom, got up, and he just, "Yo, you good? You good?" I was like, "Yo, are you good?"
You the one that just fell. Oh man.
Yeah, but so I thought when the daughter went missing, this was going to be like the catalyst for this big mystery of a movie. Because I initially thought this movie was some kind of like suspense thriller.
That's what I thought.
No, they found that daughter 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Playing.
And the main character of the movie, she was so at this moment, I still can't figure her out.
She was kind of calm, right?
Yeah, she was very calm and said, "Don't worry, she's wearing your big hat. We'll find her."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me think that she was going to take her. Like, okay, you already know where she's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she ends up finding her, brings her back. Everything's good.
Yeah, no. She brings her back. And this is one of those things where, like, initially why I thought that family, the other family, was the villains. Because one, they threw that such a fit about her not wanting to move.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that conversation that she was having with the pregnant aunt. And it was almost like she was just really condescending towards her. Like almost talking down to her, like, oh, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she finds the daughter and she brings her back, and they just take the daughter and they go, like, they celebrate, but nobody says thank you.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I was like, you ungrateful sons of bitches.
Yeah, she was just like, so I thought, like, okay, these people are the villains of the story.
Yeah, but then they came back in the next scene and said thank you.
Yeah, said thank you. They gave her some ointment for her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, I heard this saying one time, and it says sometimes you have to accept thank yous and accept apologies you're never gonna get.
Yeah, you've told me that before, and I think that applies a lot to this scene, this part of the movie, because sometimes, like, you just got to know that, like, you did what's right.
Yeah.
Whether anyone thanks you or not, like, you can't be hung up on whether they say thank you or not.
Yeah.
We skipped over one part though.
What's that?
The cabana boy. Will.
Yeah.
Now, this dude was like 24 years old.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to smash.
Well, this lady's like 48. She don't look 48. She looks older. She looked like a hobbit, bro. She looked like a hobbit.
Look, in her face, she looked older, but she had good teeth. I don't know what that means, but okay, you know I'm a dumbass, right?
Degrade with age or some shit.
Look, you know, I'm fucking stupid.
Dentures.
Look, you know I'm fucking stupid, but I had to sit there and ask myself, would I bang her? And I was just like, she's got good teeth, yeah.
Bro, you act like that's gonna stop you. Come on. Listen, to those listening at home, just know that when Christopher Brown talks about his standards, just understand that he's aiming high. Those aren't his actual standards. Those are just what he wants you to think his standards are. Bro.
One thing we looked watching the last movie, you gotta always look fuckable. You know what I'm saying? And she looked fuckable. I was like, hey, you know.
Bro, she looked like she was about to go chase after fucking the ring on Middle Earth. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, she got that. Because she don't just have short hair. She got like short hobbit hair. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like when they said she was 48, I was like, oh, she looks like a bad 48. I know some 48-year-olds and they look great.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she looks like 48 in 1980, if that makes sense.
So she didn't look fuckable to you?
No.
Like not even for like shits and giggles. Like I'm horny. I'm horny. You're here. Fuck it. Let's do it.
No. She looks exactly like how I pictured 48-year-olds look when I was in first grade.
Holy shit.
That's the view I had in my head. Like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
When you think when you're that young, you think of what adults look like. That's what, that's what I picture. Like, because if I'm in first or second grade, technically Ariana Grande is an adult. But that's not what I picture an adult looking like. That's what I picture an adult looking like. Like she just got done, fucking doing lawn work.
When you got to look at different things, and I know we're going way off, but work with me for a minute. So the main character.
What are these different things you're talking about?
Because the main character.
Because listen, the pregnant aunt.
See, she's what I make. I'd make love to her.
Fuckable. She was fuckable.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a difference. You made love to her. You fucked Dakota Johnson, and you just take one for the team with 48-year-old over there.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, man. I'm ask her for like insurance advice.
Have her speak some of that good Italian to you. You know what I'm saying?
She looked like an Italian teacher.
Shit.
But not like they were having a conversation. Like I was like, yo, I think dude's hitting her because he told her, yo, you look really good. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
that's what I thought.
Prescription.
We ain't shit. Oh God. Okay.
I'm an idiot. I'm bullshitting for those listening. I'm bullshitting. But she didn't look like to me, she looked older than 48. She looked like she was mid-50s, almost 60. To me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And she had that fucking Frodo hair. That's all I'm saying. But dude, 24-year-old dude looked like he was ready to smash. Like when they was having dinner, he was laughing a little too hard.
Like leaning forward and everything. I was like, okay, maybe okay. If it happens, it happens.
But then when she went out after the pine cone incident.
Yeah.
And she was at the bar and Ed Harris was trying to hit on her.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
She was like, first of all, she's like, can I finish my dinner now? And he was like, mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, he got me sat down, but then she tried to get like a little sexy walk going, and whispered some crazy shit to us.
Yeah, she whispered it. He looked at her, was like, "The fuck she just say?" She took a shit.
Oh man.
Oh, goddamn! Like if you're gonna do that, like go 100. Like
for real.
Don't run away. Just own up to it. Sit on his lap.
Look, man, dive right in face first and just hope the water's deep enough.
She literally, you could see it in her face. She did that shit. And in her face, you could see it switch from, yeah, this sexy as hell to, oh God, what am I doing? And then she
Yeah. Took off running quick. Oh man.
But yeah, all right. So now she's starting to get close to this family because obviously she found the daughter, but then like the daughter's crying because the fucking her doll's missing.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm crying on this shit. Fuck. Oh yeah. So like now they're in the middle looking for the daughter, but Dakota Johnson's character is like she before that she was staring back at her because like she could sense there's what's up with this girl or what's up with this lady who's on vacation in Greece by herself.
Yeah. That
like,
keeps staring me down.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the more they started talking, you could see like she almost not a I don't want to say a kinship, but like she recognized herself in the young girl.
Yeah.
Ugh. I feel like if we go scenario by scenario, this is gonna take forever.
Because the movie, it had a good pace to it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I worked out when I watched it, like both days. Yeah. But I could still keep up with it. Like, just watched it straight through. A solid 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? And I guess you kind of have to go piece by piece because you really don't fully understand what's going on. I mean, because it's doing a whole lot of front and back, like her younghood to what's going on now.
Yeah.
And it's up to the viewer to kind of, like you said, make up. Is like, are these people even really on the beach, or is this all in her mind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let's go to her. But let's go to her younger years, because like when she went to her young years, you saw her like interacting with her kids. And at first, you saw that scenario where like they were on the beach, whatever, and her daughter went missing. So in my mind, I thought once they showed that, I was like, oh, like both these girls' daughters went missing on the beach.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is where it's gonna kick off, and that's why you said like either she took the daughter, or maybe she found like a connection with this girl because both their daughters went missing. Something I thought it was a thriller. But then like it goes back and you start to see how she was with her kids, and you start to realize that before this, you think she's a mother who is grieving over a lost daughter. But now you start to realize that, oh no, I don't know if she ever really wanted to be a mom. Like she was kind of almost that one of those people who's like, I had kids young, but I really wanted to chase my career, my dreams and shit like that. Because like she was being like a real short with the kids.
Did you understand the part about when they let the travelers in, and the lady had broke her ankle, or I guess hurt her ankle, whatever, and then her and the other lady are like having a moment, you know what I'm saying?
I think she was, again, I think she was just at that moment having that realization about like, that's what life can be like without kids. I think she was just viewing her kids as a burden. Like everything, like she couldn't get a second to herself. She just like was trying to focus on her job and all this stuff. But then her husband is focusing on his job. So he needs her to take care of the kids. Like the fucked up one was the daughter was crying and like he's on the phone. He's like, hey, can you go check her out? Because I'm on the phone. She's like, I'm doing this. So then she just puts her headphones back on. Yeah. Tries to finish working. And I was just like, what the fuck? In my head, if I hear my dog yelping, I'm running. I can't imagine if I hear my daughter or my son crying. Like I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that crying goes away.
And then even when she was sitting like, can you just kiss it? Can you just kiss
all
it?
She wanted.
All she had to do was just kiss her finger and go mind her business.
And for her, it was like, it's too much. I fixed your fucking cut. Stop crying. And she's like, no, can you just kiss it? It doesn't feel good. And she's just like, just fucking leave me alone. I'm trying to do my job. And like, oh man, I don't know what I'd be like in that scenario because I don't have kids. But I imagine, and this is fucked up. I don't want to compare kids to dogs, but I imagine that if it's anything like me with Ryu, I would do whatever I can to make her feel better. So, for an example, the other day I was getting in the car, and I got in the car. Ryu was in the passenger seat, and I got a fucking big truck. And then all of a sudden, I thought I saw something on the ground, so I got out of the car to go check and see what it was. And as I was doing that, like my driver's side door was open, and I checked that, and I was like, "All right, cool." I turned around to go back to the car, and all I hear is "Doof," and then like yelping. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And Ryu had jumped from my driver's seat to the ground, and he looked like he just like ate it hard. So he was just like yelping, like, "Oh," and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck just happened?" I picked him up, and like when I picked him up, he was yelping even louder. So I thought he broke something. I was
Yeah.
like, "What was going on?" Checking on him. Then I made sure everything was okay. I put him down on the ground. He walked for a second, was yelping, then he just calmed down. He started laughing again and started running around. And I was like,
He started laughing.
"Yeah," he just started like started running around. I'm like, did you just jump from the seat onto your head? Like, what's wrong with you? But in that moment, when I heard that, like everything shut down. I'm like, what happened to him? How can I make this better? Am I going to the emergency room right now? What's going on?
My parenting skills are totally different. I look,
I know.
that's your dumbass gets. Come on.
I know. You're like, that's what you get for picking fights with deer.
Yeah. Lesson: don't fight a deer. Just that simple.
Yeah, so I know Juice is walking around in the wild, and then deer's like, "Hey, where your punk ass daddy at?" I'm like, "Man, my daddy ain't shit. He don't even worry about me." Shit.
Probably so. Shit. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So like, I don't. You just it was at this point in the movie where I started to realize like, oh no, like there's something more to this story. It's not just about these people ruining her vacation. It's about like she's watching someone else go through the same shit that she felt or she went through.
Yeah.
She's starting to have those memories. And then I couldn't tell if it was like regrets, seeing those memories and regretting it, or just like reliving her past and seeing if she was trying to recapture her past by being on this vacation by herself.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at too. Like, like was it more?
It's like White House still I got her groove back.
It could have been, but shit, if they played the right cards,
it could have, man. Like,
you know what? It probably was till she saw homeboy and homegirl kissing, and she's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, like her being a voyeur through this nutty family that just fell into her lap. All of a sudden, she got her like to the. I don't know why the husband been staring her down this entire time.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. But it made me wonder, like you said, is that something that's in her mind, or is that really happening?
Well, no, because it was like her, and then the aunt was staring her down. So I couldn't tell if.
But I'm just saying, but she was constantly staring too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't tell if like all of a sudden they thought she was weird, or they thought there was something more to her because they always saw her talking to the young girl. I think they were me personally. There's this one scene where they're dancing, and all of a sudden she looks, and the husband's staring at her. But as he's staring at her, you can look, and like Dakota Johnson's character standing there with the stroller, and she's kind of got a concerned look in her face. So
yeah,
I think it felt like at that moment, like the family knew, hey, there's something going on with the girl, with the girl, the mother, the daughter's mother, and this lady knows about it. That's what I thought. I started getting the sense that okay, there's this connection between those two that like we don't like something's weird, something's going on right now. They're trying to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the creepiest part of this movie.
Okay.
The doll.
Yeah.
What was up with her? So after they found the little girl, her doll went missing, and that was like her favorite doll. She went nowhere without it, whatever. And once they found about it, she couldn't do anything without the doll. She was crying about it, and so everybody was looking for it, trying to find it on the beach.
Mhm.
Turns out his lady's the one that stole it.
Yeah.
Here's what I thought. And this is because everybody was like staring at her earlier in the movie.
Mhm.
I thought when Dakota Johnson's character came over and Nina, when she came over there and started talking to her, and they had their conversation, and then she left and she went to the car, and then she opened her bag and the doll was in her bag.
Yeah.
I thought she might have put it in there because they knew that the daughter was crying and looking for it.
Mhm.
I thought she put it in there to try to set her up.
That's what I thought. I thought the same thing until she went to the house and started like looking after it.
Looking out there, cleaning it,
Mhm.
sleeping with it.
Yeah. And I didn't understand why. I thought maybe because because honestly, I still think that she lost a daughter. Um, like for a good portion of the movie.
I
I'm
still
thinking
think. Go
I'm
ahead.
thinking she had two and she had a younger one that she lost. So I'm
I think it was
thinking
the
that
older one. I think it was the older one that she lost.
no, but I mean obviously she got it back. But I'm
No,
still
but here's the question: did she? And here's why I say this,
okay.
because at the end of the movie, she's sitting on the beach, whatever. She's cutting open the orange, and she calls her daughter. She's having that conversation with her. She's like, talking like, tell me more, blah blah blah. But I'm like, it didn't sound like a real conversation. If I'm being honest, maybe the acting wasn't that great at that point, but
Mhm.
it sounded like a fake conversation, to where I literally thought it sounded like she was listening to like an old voicemail.
You know what? That might actually be a vital point of the movie because it's a part where she's talking, I want to say on the balcony, and she's talking to her daughter, and she says to ask your dad or something,
Mhm.
and then she just stops, and then she starts crying.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't a conversation. Maybe it was just a whole disconnect because even when she's talking to Ed Harris on the couch,
Yeah.
and he's talking about his family, and she's like, "You're a real family man," you know what I'm saying? And he has a little breakdown moment.
Yeah.
I think her family. I think either she never went back to her family, or they just stopped fucking with her after she tried to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because she said she abandoned them for 3 years and then came back.
Mm-hmm.
She
I don't
said,
think she ever. I don't think she ever came. Now that you point that out, I don't think she ever came back. I got to go back and listen to it because maybe it was a reoccurring voicemail.
yeah, because I couldn't, because like at one point she's scrolling and she has the number on there, it says Bianca, but she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't click it.
Mm-hmm.
So it made it look like either they have a contentious relationship or I don't know. But like it just felt like she lost her, to me, it felt like she lost her daughter and never got the chance to make amends with it. And then like she just had to live with that fucking regret her entire life.
And now that you mentioned that, I think that's what it was. And now I feel like maybe she was more lonely, and she hated the fact that this family is in front of her with like 50 million strong, and
Yeah.
she's by herself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
because earlier in the movie, she says she's got 2 kids. They're like
mhm,
this a certain age, but like she says like she hasn't seen him in a while, in
yeah,
forever.
mhm,
You know, so I don't know. Like I don't know. That's the thing about the movie. Like I can't tell if she's someone who's reliving part of her past and that's what's causing the trauma in her head, or if
mhm.
it's someone who's having to deal with these choices she's made. And like right now she's stuck in those, the instance of like, okay, like I could have had that family, I could have had all this, but I was all about me, and now I have to live with it right here. And I'm now watching this other girl go feel the same way I did, because she tells the girl it never goes away, that depressed feeling, all shit, like it
Yeah,
never goes away.
mhm,
So
yeah. Hmm. Now
because
you
you
get me.
remember, because they never show when she comes back to the family.
No.
They show when she comes back and then she ends up leaving again,
Mhm,
because the daughters ask her to fucking cut the orange like a snake.
mhm.
And after she does it, she grabs her shit and leaves.
He arguing with the husband.
Mm-hmm. The husband was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, I left the other guy." And he's like, "Yo, what do I got to do to make this better? What do I got to do?" And she's checked out. She's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm. But you know what? That is an interesting concept. Now that I'm thinking, erased in my head, maybe She was just a alone person off of her selfishness and decisions. Look, and you mentioned this earlier about, when she threw the doll out the window, about kids. And I keep going back to that phrase that I heard on that podcast, where it's, if you raise your children in your past, they will destroy your future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if that is the case that the movie was trying to display, she's a lonely old woman by herself.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to be by herself when they were kids.
Yeah. And the thing is like, oh goddamn, I just kicked my table.
Yeah, I see.
But so, like, the thing with her is she had every opportunity to show her children that, like, she cared, that they meant something to her. But in those instances, all she could think about was, how it was affecting her versus, fostering her family. Like, again, when she is supposed to trying to the daughter just wants her to kiss her cut. But all she can think about is like how much of a nuisance it is to have to deal with this shit.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. You know what part was really fucked up?
What's that?
Make sure nobody's looking.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, I think I know you're going.
Oh, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
Well, okay. Now, first of all, before that happens, earlier on, her and her husband are trying to have like an intimate moment, and dude couldn't get hard.
Okay, I thought he came before she did.
No, she says, why isn't it hard?
Yeah.
She says it to him, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, just give me a second," and all this stuff. So then all of a sudden she gets up and leaves, and
yeah,
I don't know if she ever comes back then, but like, I think that's one of those instances where she started to realize like either their relationship is over, or he's just not into it, or she's not into him, whatever. I don't know. But then I thought she was at the computer doing some work. Nah, dog. Why don't you explain to the people what was going on? Okay, so there's this very cerebral moment in the movie.
Yeah.
You explain to them what's going on.
She's up on her toes. She's got her skirt pulled up with her drawers pulled a little bit down. She's got some headphones on. She's biting her lip.
Yeah.
Her hand is in between her legs, with the other hand's on the computer. If I haven't described enough, then you're just a special person.
Yeah.
Because
she's okay, so all right. So for the listeners, like, all right, think about what Chris is saying. Okay. All this is going on right now.
Yep.
And then
the kids come in. I think right when she's about to get to the most enjoyable moment. Because the phone's ringing.
Yeah. Well, okay, so what do you think that moment symbolizes?
Okay. Just to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Just that, a feeling for that alone time. Like, just I don't even know how to put this or say it on camera.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Look, every human being has had a conversation with themselves. Sometimes that conversation involves some lotion. Sometimes it involves something that has a little battery in it,
Yeah.
But every human being has had a conversation. And every human being shuts themselves in a fucking closet when they do it. You know what I'm saying?
No. Okay. So I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. My question is, what do you think the story and the director are trying to ensue or say when they put her in that scenario and have the kids run in and interrupt?
Well, I think it really just screaming that she's so in tune with herself, like just zoned in, because she's sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
And the only thing that zones her out is she can't hear anything. She has headphones on.
Yeah.
And she's looking at her computer screen. Like even now, headphones in, talking to each other. but I
Yeah.
can still hear everything going around in my house. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I'm still in tune with everything. So I just think it was more of I guess the director of the movie just trying to show how either selfish she is or just out of tune with everything. When the two wanting her alone time that bad, she don't care how she gets it.
Yeah. I think they were trying to show that like she is so selfish
Mm-hmm.
and so like only caring about what she wants and her gratification, that like that's what they were trying to show. Like that's all she cared about was her own gratification. She didn't think about, her kids were in the house, that she wasn't like in a room locked. Like it was just, no, all I care about is getting what I want.
She literally went in another room and just put her headphones on.
Yeah. And so completely off topic, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've been bumping into my shelf or something behind me, but like it looked like ghosts fuck with my hip hoppers because they're completely changed the way they were standing.
Look, I saw that earlier,
Yeah.
but so you never. I mean, but
I
that's been
never
like that.
switched them around, but
That's
it
been like
looks
this.
like these motherfuckers just turned around.
Like,
Tupac looking at Easy E.
like they're having a conversation.
Yeah. I didn't do that.
Really,
Bro, I did not do that at all.
I seen that when it first started, but I just left it alone.
It looks like they was having like, yeah, they look like they were just having a conversation with each other.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, this is Toy Story.
Didn't you get it from a voodoo shop?
Well, I got it from Asian people.
Okay, close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, it was like Gremlins. I don't know.
Look, I didn't notice that earlier, but I thought you just had them set up to like that just off of.
Like this Tupac is the one that's fucking me up because he done turned all the way around and Easy E is whispering in his ear.
Okay, let me ask you something. When's the last time you played music on your speaker system?
2 days ago.
You don't think the bass kind of moved them?
I was playing a podcast. I wasn't playing music. I don't know, dog. Toy Story might be real.
Okay.
What fucked me up is Tupac was turned and Eazy was whispering in his ear, and Snoop Dogg was like turning.
Off to the side. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Look, I noticed it, but I thought you did that. I thought you moved them yourself.
Nah, I could. There's no way in hell I would actually set them up to look like that, even though it was dope. Like in my mind, I couldn't go back and do that and have it look the same.
You sure you wasn't drunk one night?
Nah, I haven't gotten drunk in a day.
8 hours this morning.
When the last time I got drunk, I don't remember. A couple of days ago, but I forget.
But if you don't remember, then yeah.
I don't know. I forget. I forget when that day was, but I think I just went to bed. I didn't really do nothing to my hip hoppers. Anyways, all right. So it's really been highlighting how much. What was the girl's name? What was the main girl's name? I don't remember.
You know what? I don't know.
I do not.
Lena, something like that, right?
Yeah. Some weird. It's a weird name, but it's a cool name.
Yeah, she said that when she's introducing her talking to the pregnant lady
or some shit.
I thought it was Lena.
Not Lena. I feel like it was 3 syllables.
Lena Cabarosi or something like that.
That's a very specific.
Look, something in my brain is saying it started with an L and the last name started with a C.
I think it started with an L, but I don't remember. I thought the first name was 3 syllables. Anyways, it's starting to highlight how much of a selfish person she was when she was younger. Like all she cared about was her job, moving on in life. She looked like she just regretted being a parent. And it just looked like back then, like she was looking for any excuse to recapture this fantasy of whatever she had in her head about what life was supposed to be like. Which I know people like that, where you get to a certain age, you're like, God damn, I had kids already. I'm already doing this. I'm stuck here. And all you want is to, go back and be like, oh, what if I had done things differently? Maybe I'd be in a different place. It's a
But
very natural thought.
I told you I called you that one day because I ran into a female and she had 5 kids and was like 24 years old.
Yeah.
And here I am, 36, and I got one, and you're 38.
I got none.
Yeah, and I know. That's why I called you. Said, yo, did we do something wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it really, like, because, and then I think you and I asked my sister, and y'all both gave me the explanation of, look at where you're at. You're in the South, people get married young, things happen. It is what it is. And I was like, okay, cool. I take that into consideration. Because, up north, they don't get married young. They just start fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, because we're from Springfield.
Yeah. But it really made, but think about this. How many people do you know our age that don't have any children?
Yeah.
Or, like I said, I got one and she's 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I sometimes I sit back. I'm like, am I getting a late start? Is something wrong with me? That, because I would have thought I would have already had a family by now. Not saying I was gonna, but I would have thought that I would have already had a family by now. But like, I would sit there and I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Should that have happened already? But then I look at my life, I look at where I'm at, I look at the things I'm doing, and I'm like, oh no, like I feel like life is going the way it's supposed to be, because I feel like if I had a kid right now, it might be unfair to the child. I would want to be the most devoted parent possible. I mean, I think it's like, Lord bless me that Ryu loves his dog sitter. Otherwise, because I always feel like crap when I leave him over there. Because I'm like, he should be home with me. But at the same time, it's like, he loves it over there. He gets to play with his friends. His best friend is over there. So, all right, cool. It's fine. He loves it. He gets treats. So.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that we learned on the last video when we watched our idiot brother, and we had that conversation, like, do you think you would have watched this when this first came out? And we both said no.
Yeah.
But we found it now, 10 years later, or however many years it was, that at that moment, at this time in our life, we needed to see that movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So timing is everything. You know what I mean? Yo.
Do you mind if I throw that spinach into that Alfredo I'm making?
No, I don't care.
There will be enough for both of us. It's gonna come out good. You should try it.
I probably will if I'm fat.
What do you mean if I'm fat? Husky ass.
I'm pleasantly plump, baby.
Bro, you look like fucking. You're like Rick Ross with Chris Brown's name.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Grow your beard a little more.
Look, I'm actually trying to get it back. I trimmed it down for a little while just to change it up for half a second, but
all of my hair is growing back in.
Yeah, the baby butt don't do it for me. Yeah,
I like the baby butt. Like this is actually a little long.
But see, if you look at your cheeks, you don't really grow a full beard.
Nah, bro, I never had hair on my cheeks.
So I'm just saying, I actually can, So
yeah, your shit looks.
No, right now,
Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
For those who don't know,
Paul Pierce got a patch here. Just shave that shit off, dude.
Yeah, Paul Pierce looked like they applied his beard with a paintball gun.
Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that chia pets grow better hair than me, bro. I get this will grow right here, and then I'll get my mustache. My mustache I've had since like 8th grade.
Holy shit.
And I used to have a thick mustache in 8th grade, and my friends were always like, yo, you got that mustache. Yo, I'm trying to grow that shit. Like I ain't never had a mustache. You trying to, and then like I started looking at pictures, man. Dog, I look like I came straight from the tobacco fields, bro.
Oh shit. You should get that beard that homeboy had in Kill Bill. Just let this grow and keep growing.
The Fu Manchu?
Yeah. Like
the Grandmaster?
Like keep this together, but just let your chin here just grow. And when you get mad, just You know what I'm saying?
I've had this as long enough to where I could braid it. That's about as long as I had it. But like I have thin, fine hair, so it never looks like thick and flowy. I don't know. I like in Kill Bill, the dude had like the long eyebrows. That's what I want.
Oh, hold on, the same dude, right? With the beard?
Yeah, he had the beard and then he had the long eyebrows.
Had them dragon eyebrows, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, I want eyebrows on. I can gel them, do designs.
You got waves. You got a little. How you gonna tie a do-rag to your eyebrows?
What's wrong with his eyebrows? He got a part. He parted his eyebrows.
Oh God, man.
What's a haircut you've never had that you always wanted, or that you've wanted to try?
Long hair. Not a haircut, but a hairstyle. Like if I could have been patient enough to let my hair grow long enough to actually come down to my shoulders,
put some relaxer in it and get like that.
Get the bone thugs of harmony back in the 90s.
Okay.
Like that's one thing I always wanted to try. But after letting that shit grow and getting about this long, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I can see you with that long hair, bro.
Not now, nah. I don't think I can do it.
No.
Nah. I don't think I can do it.
I've always wanted to shave my head completely bald, like skin tight. But I feel like I have a weird head just because of all the fucking pile drivers I've taken over the years.
Look, be careful what you wish for, because I mean you're still doing good, but it might come eventually. Actually, I don't know. Your dad still got hair.
Well, that's the thing. So my hair, I think, is just gonna get thin and fine. It's not gonna get like, I don't think I'm gonna go bald. It's just gonna get thin. My mom's hair is thin. Like she's got long hair, but you know, same as mine. If it gets wet and parted, that shit looks horrible. Anyways, what were we at?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Good question. You still talking about the voodoo dolls and shit back there?
Oh no, yeah. So we pretty much got a sense that like when she was younger, she just didn't want to. She was regretting being a mom. Like the responsibility of being a mom was like secondary on her list.
Yeah.
And then she went to that fucking convention or whatever. I forget what it was. Something for her fucking translating.
Let's talk about that, because I feel like, because the old dude comes to her door and he has like all these different writings.
Yep.
And hers is one of them.
Yep.
And he says that he can't really see her point or something like that. Basically, he says he's basically knocking hers down.
Yeah.
But then the guy that comes through, that I guess is like the head guy of the speech or whatever, with the beard.
Yeah.
And he talks about hers, you know what I'm saying? So, but I can't tell if he talks about hers because they was fucking before or hers because they was fucking after, you know what I'm saying?
I think I thought the same thing.
Okay.
I think they were fucking after, but the old guy, after he introduces himself, the old guy says, he goes, you know, let's see what his methods are. Because he was talking
at the door, right, when he invites her to dinner.
No, because he invites her to dinner, and then when she's sitting at the table, and the dude comes walking by, he looks at her, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm this person." He goes, "Oh," he goes, "I really like your work and stuff like that. It was really awesome and stuff like that." And she gets happy, and then the old guy says, "Oh, I wonder what this guy's methods are gonna be," because I think in his mind he knew. I was like, "All right, he knows her work isn't all that great, but he hears him say how great it is, so he knew. All right, he's buttering her up." And then the minute that, like 2 minutes after, they invited her to sit on their side of the table.
Yeah,
she got up. I thought the old guy was like, "Oh shit, you're just gonna leave me here by myself?" That's the thought I got in my head when I saw him. Just like, all right, shit, she's gonna leave me here by myself.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude was a player with the beard.
The beard. And I listened to it. I don't know why I was actually like really listening to his speech.
Yeah,
and he said like some of the most. What's the words I'm looking for? Some of the most inviting words talking about it. Like, I'm so turned on the orgasmic display of this. Like, you could tell he was like gassing it up, like, I'm trying to fuck you tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit it with the R. Kelly. Yeah. I'm fucking you tonight. Oh, man.
What's your favorite R. Kelly song?
Oh, shit.
And it can't be remixed to Ignition.
No, hell no. Actually, you want to know my favorite R. Kelly song is?
What?
Oh shit. this is so fucked up because as they all discuss, R. Kelly's art was amazing, but him as a human being is what
Yep.
the fuck. But the 12 play remix. Oh no, the Sex Me remix. The baby, take off your clothes and come on, turn up the lights, cause girl, it's on. Now that look that shit right there. Oh yeah, it's going down. The introduction.
Yeah.
I want you to sex. You're fucking sex neat, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? If not that one, the TP-2, the other 12-step song or whatever. Those are probably my two favorites.
I think my favorite R. Kelly song is "I Wish."
Oh God, look at you!
I wish.
Yeah, I know. You go to the whole.
I'm a motivational, like a very sentimental person.
I'm
You
trying
out
to
here just trying to fuck. Yeah, you horny motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But so after that, to me, that's my favorite R. Kelly song. Like, I Believe I Can Fly. That's cool. Gotham City is dope. That's from Batman Forever.
Yeah.
But I Wish. Yeah. He's just sitting on the stoop getting his hair braided.
Yeah.
Someone braid my hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think one of my favorite R. Kelly songs, just because, is doing, doing.
That was his club banger right there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this motherfucker was in the video. He had on a basketball jersey, a Zorro mask, and he was using nunchucks. What the fuck was going on? I was like,
oh man, mama, you're moving so sexy. Man, you're bringing me to my knees. I remember that when that came out. That was Chocolate Factory on that album. I had it. Yeah, that was a club banger right there.
Ding, ding. I was like, man, I don't know how this dude writes these songs, but they are dope.
Look, that's what I'm saying. It's so fucked up because he's a fucked up ass individual, but his art was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, they always say, like, with artists, like, there's always some kind of crazy in there. Because, and then it's just by crazy, I just mean like unhinged, because sometimes you got to be unhinged to think you can pull off these certain things, to let your art go a certain places. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this man had a Zorro outfit, a Zorro mask, a basketball jersey, and some nunchucks.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So at this point in the movie, like, the lady realizes that the young girl, I think she's starting to feel guilty. So she goes to call the young girl, tell her, hey, I have the doll. I think that's why she called the number.
Yeah. But that's what she saw her and him.
Yeah. She saw her and Will messing around. And then, like, when that happened, I was like, okay, maybe she's feeling guilty and she's like, I got to tell these people I have this doll. But then you see that, and then she never gives the doll back, or she threw away the doll too.
Yeah, she threw it away. She pulled it out. Like, I really couldn't understand the connection with the doll.
Me neither. Because
she hid it in the cabinet, and then she forgot what cabinet she put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, and this is just me, I think this is why I think she never actually got her daughter back. This is why I think she actually lost her daughter, because I thought the doll was symbolic of the doll she gave her daughter that she then took back and broke. So, like, this is like her way of holding on to her daughter, like having that doll, because it was that little girl was so protective of that doll the same way her daughter was protective of the doll she gave her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a fucked up lady, bro.
Yeah.
More after going through the movie, I'm like, oh no, she's fucked in the head. Like, she's only cares about herself. She's very selfish, but now she's trying to I don't want to say make amends, but just trying to understand the choices she's made in life.
That's what I think. More about just trying to understand it, not trying to change it, but more trying to understand and just, I guess, fully accept it. Because it's easy to accept when she was younger because she was being selfish.
Yeah.
But now that she's older and alone and by herself, and she sees this whole family with grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles and kids and everything, and she doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying?
And like, I thought it was gonna take a turn for the worse when she went to the movie theater. She was trying to watch the movie, and the kids came in and started making all the noise. I just said the same shit.
Oh yeah,
Come
definitely,
on, man. Like, we're trying to watch this movie, but like, she went out and got the usher.
Yeah.
And then she came back and sat down, and when she saw the flashlight, she's all right. Now you motherfuckers are gonna get it.
Yeah.
The usher didn't do shit.
Yeah, just because it was quiet and everything. Yeah.
Why do you think the old dude stood up and said, "Hey, fucking like, stop that shit"?
If I remember correctly, he was part of their family. Am I right?
Yeah, he's probably like the patriarch of the family.
Yeah, and I think it was more about a respect thing. Like, look, we're all here watching the movie, and if you realize that she was the only one that got mad about it, everybody else in the theater was just like, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah. And I felt like that was like a stab at the way the world is today, new generation.
Yeah,
we just let kids do what the fuck they want to do because we're afraid to do shit about it because they stopped letting parents whoop their kids' asses when they was little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is the outcome of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was either that or I think those kids were they were all part of the same family. So I think the family members were all just like, yeah, that's them. They're just gonna whatever. They do their shit. But then I think the old guy was just like, no, this lady found our granddaughter for us. Like, show her some respect. So that's why he says, hey, stop it. And that's where they're all like, oh, fuck, okay, fuck you. But then she left, and he just, the way he looked at her, he was just like it was almost like apologetic, like like, sorry, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
I don't know,
because she started crying, which I thought was really, really interesting in the movie. Like for them to display that reaction, like I don't know if that was more like tears of anger because some people cry when they're really, really mad.
Yeah,
or just I don't know. I don't, but I did find it interesting that they made her cry for that scene in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think they made her cry, or you think as an actress she made the choice to cry?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. As an actress, she made the choice to cry, but no, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, I'm saying, like, do you like if you were an actress, would you have cried in that moment? Like, what do you think is going through her mind as an actress to that she feels like in that moment she should cry?
As an actress?
Just as an actress or as a character in that moment, like as that character in that moment, why would she cry in that moment?
I'm thinking just because she's realizing she's such a lonely person, a lonely and alone person, because there's a difference. So she's lonely and alone.
Yeah.
And she is enjoying the fact that she's seeing a movie with some other people, so she's not alone at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And she's watching it. And I think the fact of them coming in and just taking away that whole experience, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think at that moment it meant more to her, whether she cared about the movie or not, but just the fact that she was able to go see one. She's sitting by herself, but she's in there with other people that are kind of like by themselves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just watching a movie.
I think my personal opinion is that at that moment in the movie, after we seen everything that she got up to, that got her to that point, I felt like at that moment she came to the realization that, like, I've done all I can for myself, but I'm still, I can't, like, I gave up all the stuff that I actually loved in order to chase the things I wanted, and I still can't get what I want. I just wanted to go see this movie in peace, and I can't even get that. That's why she started to break down, because it's almost like, what did I give up to try to have this freedom that I have right now? If having this freedom, I still can't get what I want. You know, and that's like a crazy thought to me, that like some people think that if they make the right sacrifices, like all right, so this is my own crazy brain. It's like some people feel like if they make the right sacrifices, they make the right choices, then the right outcomes will come. And
Mm.
what I feel like people need to realize, and this is just me, I ain't no professional. So if you listen to this shit, just understand I'm a 38-year-old idiot and I'm just speaking out of my ass. And I've had some drinks. But anyways, hold on. So my thought is people need to realize that you can make the sacrifices, you can make the choices, but the outcome has no bearing. Those choices have no bearing on what the outcome is going to be. The outcome is going to be what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to you have to live with the idea that you're making those choices and those sacrifices.
Indeed.
And hope that it, but that whatever the outcome is going to be, it's going to be what it's going to be, whether you made those choices or not. Simple.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like if you, the example I have is just like if you're breaking bad news to your friend,
Mm-hmm.
you can make that choice to be the friend, the best friend, and say, "Hey, this shit's happening. I'm letting you know that." That's you making that choice for you because you feel like you're the type of friend that should make that. Now, however your friend takes that, whether he takes that as, yo, good luck, like, I'm glad you filled me in, or fuck you, man, you trying to break up my shit. Got no bearing on your choices. Like, so you can't equate that like, well, he didn't appreciate what the fuck I did. No, you made that choice to do that.
Yeah.
Now he gets to take in that knowledge and, you process it the way he decides to process it.
Look, like I told you earlier, every choice you make comes with an invoice. And I heard that from another artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to understand, like, look, this invoice might be 50 cents, or this invoice might be $50 million. Either way, whenever you make the choice to do what it is you're about to do, just know you're gonna have to pay something in return.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it might not be what you thought the price was. How many times you walk through a store and be like, oh, this is only what? 99 cents, and get to the front and you find out it's $5.99. Like, oh shit, are you gonna take it back? Nah, you're up there. Nah, you gotta pay for the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
speaking of, completely off topic, but how the fuck those Arizona iced teas still 99 cents? How? Explain that to me. It's been 99 cents since I was like 10 years old.
That's the only thing that's still holding the beat to its originality.
Yeah.
But I heard that under that label is like a shack juice or something like that.
It don't matter. It's still 99 cents.
It's
like,
still good too.
And it's delicious. I'm just saying, like, it's been 99 cents since I was like in 5th grade.
Yeah.
How has that not gone up to at least $1.50?
That 50-ounce drink.
Right. It's bigger than this.
I know.
Like that.
And it's still 99 cents.
Like the can itself should be with the design. That should be 99. Like, I don't know.
That's way off topic, but you know what? You got a good point. Remember, do they even still sell those? I'm sure they do, but where?
Yeah. I don't know. Gas station.
You know what? When I was living in Atlanta, I used to work for a beverage company, and we actually used to distribute those out.
And they were still 99 cents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
I would raise the price just on principle. Like, yo, everybody else making money.
That's probably why they're still 99 cents. The owner don't give a shit.
Yeah. I bet you he's probably like, yeah, that's what they think. They're like, people in the hood, they fucks with me because I'm still 99 cents.
Street cred, baby.
Dude, they should do like, how they do, how they have like rap snacks.
Hell yeah.
Put rappers on the Arizona iced tea.
Shit, you know what's funny? They'd actually go hand in hand because I had some rap snacks for the first time like 2 weeks ago. And I just tried it just because, you know what? Because I ain't gonna lie. The whole picture on the outside of the bag just looks so unmarketable.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it just doesn't look, it's going to taste good. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And I was actually impressed. Like, interesting. So if you take the wrap snacks with an Arizona tea, with a moon cake, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a marriage, a match made in heaven, All right.
Wrap snacks with wrap juice. Just saying.
All right. So, okay, at this point, you're starting to see like the family is starting to really keep their eye on this. There's something up with this lady.
Yeah.
He's talking to Dakota Johnson a bunch. I don't know if they can tell that there's something going on with her and the Cabana dude, but clearly something clearly the family is not all right now. Like they think something's fishy is going on. I don't know if they know exactly what. But then like she goes up to her Airbnb, and Will the Cabana Boy is asking her if he could use the place.
Yeah.
Like how because she had a conversation with the girl, and the girl she told the girl like it was the best thing ever when she didn't have her kids anymore.
Mhm.
Like, that's such a crazy, mind-blowing thought to me. I don't know. From every person I know who has kids, they all tell me that like you have not experienced love in that sense.
In its purest form, yeah.
Yeah, until you have a child and you're
Mhm.
holding that child for the first time. And I always tell them, well, I got a dog, but
Yeah.
but no, but they say it's not the same. Like you just they can't explain it. And so the idea that like for some people, it's not that type of blessing. It's like that type of like I don't want to say hindering, but like I don't know, it's like a weight on their shoulders.
Mhm.
And to the point that like she's asking her booty call to go ask this lady to borrow
use-
her fucking place for a couple hours.
Yeah. And
That you just met. Some lady you just met.
yeah. Yeah, I found it interesting, and I'm trying to figure out why she sent him and didn't ask her herself. I feel like it would have been more legit if she would have asked her herself.
Maybe, but I think maybe it was just her not being able to get away from her husband. And I feel like at that point they were kind of suspecting some shit was going on. Here's my thing: the motherfucker lives on the island somewhere. Why didn't they just go back to his place?
No, hold on. Yeah, true. Was because he was a student. Was he actually staying at the campus or whatever?
Well, they said he said he was a student, but he works there for the summer. That's where he was.
You gotta be living somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Because you know, even then, because I'm still suspecting that they think that they know she stole the doll. Because even when she walks into the house, she's walking around looking while holding a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking she's looking for the doll.
I thought the same exact thing. All of a sudden she showed up and she's like looking around. I was like, okay, they know something's up.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because they saw her at the toy store buying doll clothes. I don't know, maybe if she doesn't know, because then she asked her, hey.
Prepared to be amazed that modern day vegan.
Man, look, I'm doing something right now.
It's a modern day vegan.
You heard? I'm gonna taste it. Give it to me. I'm gonna taste it on camera just for your sake.
Please,
but
spread the word.
It smells good. I can smell it in here.
It is good.
Can you see this? Can you see this shit?
Dog, you are not. You ain't.
I ain't eating this whole
like
shit
you're
right now.
picky. You act like you're picky. You eat pig assholes.
No, I don't. No, hell no, I don't.
You ever had a hot dog?
Yeah.
Pig assholes and lips.
Like that, don't you?
It's good. I can smell it, but I don't eat it right now. I'm working right now.
My bad. My bad.
You act like you picky as shit.
No, I'm gonna fuck that shit up when I get done with it. I'm gonna fuck it up when I get done with here.
I'm like, he gonna go over there. You're like, ask him what he put in it, and then when he starts telling you the ingredients, but you know that got animal fat in it, right? Just to fuck with him. You're like, what?
I gotta say this low. Now you know what's going on, my brother. I talked to you.
Yep.
I'm in there cooking earlier, and he goes, "I'm gonna take the sauce." Okay, he goes, "You need to go vegan." I said, "Why? So I can turn out like you?" Fuck no.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Needless to say, he just looked at me.
If he looked at you, he should be like, "Oh, you got a point." Just more, like,
Yeah.
Ask him what he put in that. Because was those some miracle noodles? I thought I saw miracle noodles in there.
I did show him that they were in the cabinet because I still got a few packs left.
Yeah.
Try
Try to get in the miracle rice. Miracle rice is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Will the Cabana Boy asked her to use her place so him and Nina can have a rendezvous. And she was like, nah, like First of all, we can't go inside and talk. I thought if they went inside and talk, he was gonna try to fucking shank her up. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I thought he was trying to fuck.
I just thought like at this point, it felt like everybody. I don't know if it was the way there was everything was going, but it felt like everybody had their eye on her. Like,
yeah,
something's wrong with this lady that she's here by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the girl came over. They had a conversation, and then she gave her the doll back.
Yeah,
and
then she got stabbed.
Well, she goes, "Oh my God, you found it?"
And she's like, "No, I took her."
You know what you do at that moment? You're like, "Yeah, I found her. Here you go." She was like, "Nah, I took her." What? I don't know why. I'm just weird. I'm a weird mother.
I thought she said I'm a terrible mother.
She said what?
I thought she said I'm a terrible mother.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a terrible mother. I'm like a weird kind of something like that, where she just basically ensued that like, she ain't all fucking there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Like,
yeah.
How did you not get that feeling already?
I wouldn't have said that I took it, unless it was like only thing I could think of why she said that was like some
self-righteousness,
either self-righteousness or self-gratification, or you just want to let people know you're a straight prick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought she might have been trying to come clean on the whole issue.
Yeah.
But there was nothing that happened that would make me go, okay, you have to atone for some shit, so you should come clean about this.
Unless her own memories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like, this is my one chance. Like, me doing this one act will make me feel better about the fucked up shit I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, that leads me to believe that she never got her daughter back.
Yeah.
And then she got stabbed.
Yeah. Take your fucking pen, you bitch.
I thought she just handed it to her. Oh, she was like, she got stabbed and then unloaded her luggage. She packed her luggage.
But she was like, you ever heard that saying, hurt people hurt people?
Yep.
Okay. Because even after all that, she was like, take the keys. I'm leaving tonight. You still got time to go fuck your life up real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got time to go cheat on your husband.
But my only thing is, you just got stabbed in your fucking pancreas or wherever. How the hell did you have time to pack your luggage?
I think she was already packed because she said she was leaving that night.
Yeah, so but it was daytime.
But no, what I'm saying, I think she was already prepared to leave. Like, once she gave her the keys, I think she's gonna dip out anyways.
Listen, it was dark as shit when she was leaving. And
she had the
daytime when she was there.
She did, in fact, and she's gonna get stabbed in the mix.
Yeah, but still, it was daytime when she got stabbed. That means she had to be there for a good 20 minutes. I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway. She kicked the luggage down the stairs. She's like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah. Got in her car, started driving.
Mm-hmm. Down a windy, dark road. They're not fun. Trust me. I got them all out here.
Bro, one of the scariest moments I ever had. I was driving overnight. I had a wrestling show in Pittsburgh and I had to drive home to Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. So I woke up I was out of the hotel by like 11 a.m. that morning, was awake all day, went to go do the wrestling show, then had to drive home from Pittsburgh to Massachusetts that night. So first of all, driving through the windy roads of Pittsburgh, like the back roads of Pittsburgh at night, like there ain't no fucking lights. Mm-hmm. So at one point,
the lights on the highway, so I know.
Bro, at one point, I swear I saw a satellite fall out the sky. I saw a giant flame just out the sky, to the point that for the next 2 weeks, I would go online and try to look up and say, hey, did anything fall out of the sky near Pittsburgh?
Really?
I remember seeing that shit. I looked up and it was fucking bright. But then at one point, I was going up and like, it was like a little hill. And my ex-girlfriend was in the passenger seat at the time. And we're going, and I see this hill, but I can't tell if there's anything on the other side. So I'm going, and I see, I slow down to like 20 miles an hour because I'm going real slow. I'm like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, I go over the hill and go around the corner, and like my ass just relaxed. I was like, ugh. And she looks at me, she goes, did you think you were going off a cliff? And I was like, Like, yeah, did you? She goes, yeah. Like, we thought we were like, it was literally that. It just looked like we were fucking about to fly off a cliff. And I just kept
Man.
going, like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Try doing that shit in the semi.
Bro.
Approaches
Can't
something and you
imagine.
and look, and you're already sitting high up, but you can't see what's coming around. You're like, wait, hold on, hold on. What, the road ends? Figure this shit out.
Where in the United States that you've driven has the scariest roads?
Shit. A route that wasn't a truck route.
Where?
Look, coming through Arkansas, I want to say was Route 7. And I want to say this the town that I picked up in was Greenville.
South
Greens. No. Arkansas.
Okay.
It was Green something.
Yep.
And I got the routing from my dispatcher to go this way around. But, I'm old school. I looked at my map and like, wait a minute, there's a whole route that comes straight down into Russellville where I need to get to. And then I drove by it and it said old truck route. I said, well, shit, it's good. I was so high up in those mountains. I swear me and God was sitting right beside each other.
Goddamn.
Look, no, and it was not a pretty high. I'm talking like where I was above the clouds. And I got road and I got drops on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm in a fucking semi. I was shitting bricks, literally. You know what I'm saying? I was because it was nothing but this going up.
Yeah.
And nothing but this coming down. And when I got to the windy roads,
Chris is like doing the S.
Oh, yeah. Number windy roads going up, windy roads coming down.
Yeah.
I swear, when I got back down to earth, I literally hopped out the truck and I was shaking and I laid on the ground and hugged it like, yes, I am so happy to be here right now. Look, that shit was some scary shit.
You was on the real highway to heaven.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, man. Look, that's one scary ass road.
I remember I think I was driving through the Smoky Mountains, and I think I was going between Atlanta and Nashville. I want to say it was Atlanta and Nashville, or something like that, or Louisville, something like that. I believe it was Atlanta and Nashville, but it was like fog everywhere. And like I'm going through the highway, and it's between the Smoky Mountains, it's like giant S curves going through the expressway. And so my ass is going 70 miles an hour because I'm an idiot and I'm Asian. So I'm going. So I got my passengers in there, and I'm going like this. And they're all sitting there like, hey, man, you good? You need to switch seats? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm wide awake. These fucking roads is windy as shit. Like, I'm trying to stay, like, there's no one else on the highway. So I'm trying to stay in the middle so I can.
Oh, you got, yeah.
And then I'll go around a truck if I need to. But for the most part, I'm trying to, like, keep it, like, get close to one side so I can ride the apex. But they're all looking at me like, yo, you good? Like, you going to go off the road? I'm like, no, I'm good. It's just, this is a fucking windy and I'm going 70 miles an hour. So,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Driving some of these roads.
All right. So anyway, this lady was driving her car and she ends up going off the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets out of the car and goes down to the beach and falls asleep. I thought she died. So this is the scene that was at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where she like plops down in the water. But then like the next morning she wakes up. She was just like snoozing. She had a hand by her ear using it as a pillow.
But did she have some type of disorder? Because she had symptoms of passing out or getting dizzy throughout the movie.
I don't know. She said if she got up too quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know exactly what that meant.
Because it was when she hold on. Yeah, when she stood up too quickly when she was in the store. And then of course but she was driving with a whole stab wound, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, she did it also when she was talking to the girl in the house. She got up and she was like, you okay? She goes, no, I get dizzy if I stand up too quick.
Yeah.
But then so she wakes up on the beach, and then this is when she calls her daughter. She's just having that conversation, and out of nowhere, she has this orange.
Yeah.
And she starts peeling it. That's why I don't think the daughter was real. I think she actually was missing her because I think it was like a moment, like she was almost having like an outer body experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
she must have lost like one daughter, and the other daughter just didn't talk to her.
Yeah, because like she abandoned the family,
Mhm.
And she came back, lost her, because there was that one time where she was trying to talk to the dude on the phone, and she was like, like basically like, sexting over the phone, and her daughter's
Yeah.
like just trying to tell her to come in and push her on the swing.
Yeah.
So, and that was the other daughter. That wasn't even Bianca. That was the other daughter. So I think she might have, I think she might have lost the other daughter, and then she was still like on her bullshit. And so the other daughter kind of just like, I don't know. It was weird. It's real muddled. You don't really get a clear picture of what's going on,
Mhm.
but
You don't, because there's a lot of loopholes in the movie. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a good movie, definitely, but there's some unanswered questions throughout.
I don't know. When I think about the movie and the themes in the movie, like I like I said, I don't have kids, so I don't know what I do, but like I can't relate to those making those kind of decisions. I just can't. I don't think I'm built like that. It's just I see like I just and I hate to say, I hate to compare, but I just see the way I am with my dog. And I
Yeah.
feel like if I'm that way with my dog, I'm going to be 10 times more with my kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Now it makes you want. Now it makes you want to go like read an in-depth description of the movie, because
be more than just nominated for an Oscar.
but see, because I'm not gonna say I can see why it was nominated for an Oscar, because I just want to know, is there something that they tried to show that we didn't get, or they tried to show and just didn't show it good enough, so it's not so, like I really want to know what they were trying to do with this movie. You know what I'm saying?
For me, I think they were trying to show. I think the essential theme of this movie is showing someone who is trying to come to terms with the decision she's made in her life. That's my theory. And it's almost like the outcome doesn't really matter. You kind of just want to see this lady go through it,
Yeah,
Sometimes
I
that's
guess.
the most interesting part, right?
Okay. Thinking about your life, have you done something based on a hope, a prayer, a dream, an idea, and it didn't go the way it was supposed to?
Yeah, wrestling.
And,
Easily. That's wrestling. Because
okay.
wrestling did not go like, so when I graduated high school, I started training to be a wrestler when I was when I was the summer of my senior year. So when I was going into my senior year, and when I graduated high school, I immediately hit the road and started traveling. I spent 15 years traveling, trying to make it in wrestling. I never made it in wrestling. Like I get like people will look at me and see where I work, see what I do, who I interact with. They're like, oh yeah, you got this amazing job. But they forget like that wasn't my initial plan. That's just that's something that came along with it. And I pivoted and I ended up going in that direction. And which I still love. I love what I do. Make no mistake. I don't regret it at all. But that wasn't my initial goal.
You're like Monsters Inc. The reason why, because you see Monsters Inc., right?
Am I Sully or am I?
You're both of them. But the reason why I say this is because you see Monsters University too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in Monsters Inc., they show how good Sully is at being a scared creature, or whatever case may be. But in University, they show how they actually had to get a job in the mailroom and climb up through the ranks.
Yeah.
So the reason why I say that too is because obviously I've seen you wrestle, you know what I'm saying? And you're good. Yep. Just giving you your flowers, you know what I'm saying? You're good.
Thank you.
And you never made it to the big stage, but you work on the big stage. You know what I'm saying? But you did make it one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I only remember I've only seen one. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
But I look at it like it's just one of those things where, like for me, I never thought I'd go to a wrestling match ever. And the very first one I got to go to was WrestleMania 32. And I told you I could never go to another one again. I made it to one and I saw everything I ever wanted to see in my entire childhood growing up. So I was cool with just that one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I think sometimes people equate not reaching your initial goal with failing. And that's to me, that's not the case. Just because that was your initial goal, that doesn't mean that was that was your what you were meant to do. That's just where you were aimed at. Maybe you were meant to go in that direction because that direction is what took you in this other direction, and that's what you were actually meant to do. But people will look at that and they're like, man, grass is greener over there. If I had did that, if I had gone on to WWE and been a wrestler, then everybody would know me. I'd do all this shit. Like it'd be much different.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it wouldn't have been. Maybe I wouldn't have made it on. Maybe I would have made it there, went on TV, and 2 weeks in, blew out my knee and never wrestled again. Who knows? I don't know what would have happened there. I just know that like whatever going in that direction put me on the path to go in the direction I'm on. But I will say, like at the end of the day, that being where I am right now wasn't my initial goal.
It's the whole thing about shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll still land on the stars.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Has there been something that you aimed for in your life where you look at it now and you're like, it's not where I thought it was going to be? Not that it's in a bad place, it's not where you thought it was going to be.
No, definitely.
Like when you put that hat on, did you think it was going to look as stupid as it does now?
Nah. When you put your face on, do you think it'll be like stupid as the
Hell no, man. I thought I'd have a better hairline. I thought my hair would be a lot thicker. You what, man?
Nah.
When I was in high school, I had all that long hair. I thought I was gonna have this nice thick hair because my brother has like a fucking tennis ball. It's just fucking. Nah, I got my mom's hair, bro. That shit sucks. I comb my hair specifically in the right way so it looks full.
Oh,
goddamn!
That's some practice right there,
bro. I use a black man brush.
You got the boar bristles.
Yeah, I showed one of my friends one day. He goes, "Oh, you got the black guy brush." I'm like, "Yep, it makes my hair look fuller."
All you need is some Murray's wave grease.
Didn't I leave my Murray's at your house?
No, you left the X. I got Murray's.
You had some Murray's, but I used to have Murray's because when I did my faux hawk, the Murray's, man, that motherfucker would stand up for 3 days.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But is there anything in your life where like you were aimed in a certain direction and life took you in another direction?
I feel like my whole life has been that way. Just everything I've ever done was always with a good intention.
Yeah.
And I can admit that maybe I wouldn't have bought some things the wrong way, but my end result was always supposed to be great.
Yeah.
And it's never been great. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Great? That's the question. What would be great to you if the outcome comes out exactly like you wanted it, where you have no repercussions on the side? Like, what is a great?
Well, yeah, that's a great outcome where everything. It's almost like that perfect football play. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the clock's winding down. We got one shot. You know what I'm saying? And you have to catch the ball. You got to get in the end zone. And hike the ball, and everything just starts moving real slow. You can see it flowing as perfect as possible. And it's just like when the stars align, the throw's on point, the spiral's perfect. It lands right where it's supposed to. It's a 2-step, maybe a spin move, end zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like you couldn't have drawn up a better play. But anything could have happened. The wind could have shifted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy could have tripped. The receiver could have tripped. The lineman could have got injured, and anything could have went wrong, but everything was just perfect the way you thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So I have a theory upon that.
Okay.
Let me tell you. So tell me what you think. All right. So people will hear that scenario, and they'll look at you like a hero. Fucking fourth quarter, 30 seconds left. No, maybe 10 seconds left. We got one shot. This last play, you run, dodge, cut, zigzag, balls in the air. You jump up, catch it. You make the play, turn, touchdown. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Y'all win the game. You're a fucking hero, whatever. That's what people focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, everybody, you'll look at that. You'll be like, things happen exactly like they were supposed to because, of that outcome. Mm-hmm. But another way to look at that is, if things were perfect, you should have beat that team 35-0. But shit wasn't perfect. And that's why you were in that situation to begin with, that you had to make that perfect play.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't have a perfect game. You just got a perfect play that changed everything.
I understand, but like
Mhm.
for me, the outcome, the goal of the game was to go in there and play a great game.
Mhm.
But you didn't play a great game because it went like this. It went no way near the way you wanted, but
Mhm.
the outcome was a great outcome. It's not the outcome
Mhm.
you wanted. You wanted that blowout. You wanted that 38-0,
Mhm.
but it went all this different way. And like, they fucking took you down, whatever. But at the end of the day, the outcome was great because when it needed to happen, you came through when you needed to go. So I think people focus on that end result, but they're not looking at okay, well, what else could I have done so that I could have had that blowout game?
Okay, let me ask you this. With
Yeah.
that same scenario, do
Yeah.
you feel the same way about that with that last play in the Seattle Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl? Because that was like a perfect play to a fucked up game.
Yeah, it was a perfect play. It was an amazing play.
Mhm.
And it took Seattle throwing when they should have ran.
Yes, everybody knows that.
I mean, you got beast mode on your side. You should have fucking ran it.
Yeah.
But I understand, because if you look at if you look at the Seattle Seahawks throughout the season, they've run that play a bunch of times throughout the season and it's worked.
Mhm.
So I get why they did it, but I also get why the Patriots are like, oh, I've seen this lineup before. I know exactly what's about to happen. So
Mhm.
all that works together. But if it were me, Patriots, I wish the Patriots had beat them 27-12. That way I wouldn't have had that stress at the end. The stress is an amazing outcome, but
That's what makes it so. That's what the stress is what makes it a great play. Why do you think sex is so good? The last 10 seconds of sex is what makes sex so good.
yeah, exactly. But if you spent the first 15 minutes just trying to get it up, I'd rather have 15 minutes of great sex to the point where when it happens at the end, it's just a continuation of great sex. Not like, God damn, I couldn't have fucking did it. But you know what? At least I nutted. At least I nutted.
You know
Like,
what? That's actually funny. I'm actually looking at this because it's not that I don't. It's not that I disagree with you, because I see your side of it.
Yeah.
I just prefer the good play. I prefer the good play that makes a difference. You prefer a good game that makes a difference.
I prefer a constant, I prefer constant good, fucking execution. I don't prefer shitty execution and one good play. Because to me that also means, all right, as amazing as this play went, that's also a bit of luck. Where if I put myself in the position like, you know what, even if that play didn't go well, God damn it, we're still up by 27. Like, because I've been fucking going at it and killing these motherfuckers all fucking night. Like I've executed exactly like how I should have.
That's actually interesting.
No,
I mean, no, like I said, I don't disagree with you. It's just I'm learning something right now in this conversation of how we view some things. Like I like the suspense, the nail biting, the win or go home feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to win or you're going home.
Bro, I know you do. That's why you. Don't, no disrespect.
Yeah.
That's why you keep your life in a little bit of chaos, because you like, at the end of the day, even through all this chaos, I can make shit turn out right. Whereas me, I'm like, hey man, if I handle my shit the right way, shit's supposed to go good. And if any chaos comes, I'm like, hey, well, I'm handling my shit. What's going on over there? Because I'm handling my shit the way it's supposed to happen. So, if chaos is happening, it ain't my fucking fault. It's someone else's. Where you're like, I don't mind this chaos, because at the end of the day, I know that I can pull some shit out the hat that's gonna make it come out right.
Okay, I'm not gonna
different strokes for different folks.
Indeed, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. It's just like I said, right now I'm learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's I do like a little bit of chaos, but I'll put it to you like this. I don't think I create the chaos, but I always plan for it. You know what I'm saying?
But okay. I understand that.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Keyword is think.
Yep. Let me ask you a question, and you got to be 100% honest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you operate better when there's chaos or when it's calm? And you know I know the answer to this. So
I know.
yeah.
When I'm under pressure, I'm phenomenal.
Yeah. But when it's calm, then you're also
I'm a piece of shit with this calm.
because you're looking for that chaos because it's unfamiliar. And that chaos is familiar. Which I get completely. I completely get. But
like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you. This is a healthy debate right now.
Yeah,
a healthy conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I operate under the idea that the moves I've made and the decisions I've made are supposed to take me into a space that leaves me with, leaves things easy, makes things easy, digestible, so that I can operate easy. And when things get into chaos, I look and go, all right, what outcome happened to what decision that made it go this way? Where you're just like, I need this chaos just so I can feel familiar, because that way I know exactly where to move.
Because I don't know. I really don't know where it comes from. I mean, I have ideas. I can take you down my life story, which of course you already know.
Black man in America.
Rodney King was my uncle, but
no.
Like I said, I really can't say where it comes from, but it's like I think my brain moves so quick sometimes. I have to do things that keep up with it. Like, like I don't feel like I keep up with the world. I feel like the world is keeping up with me.
I have a question for you. So in my understanding of you is that's how it's always been for you. So I mean, it's not that it comes from a specific place. It's just that's almost all you've ever known. So anything else, whether it's good or bad, it's gonna feel unfamiliar. So it's almost like, okay, I need to take this back to something that's familiar, so that once it gets to that point, then I know what to do with it. So if you walk into a spot where you got, dinner's at 6, table is set, we're gonna eat our parsnips and our rice and a little bit of turkey, and then you're gonna do the dishes, and you get to that, you're like, I need some loud music. I need to be able to just get whatever ingredients we got, look at the ingredients, figure it out. All right, we ain't got these pans. All right, so we'll figure it out with these pans. That's what I need. Whereas if it's a controlled environment, you might be like, this ain't that exciting to me. I can't fucking operate. Like, I feel like I'm useless.
I feel like, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like there's no art there. Like that whole scenario, you could walk in, dinner's at 6, we're gonna do this, and that, and dinner will still be at 6. You're still gonna do this, and that. But let's add a little twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make it so proper. Put a little color on there. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel.
I get that. But what if, okay, but what's wrong with the idea that, hey, on Friday, I'm planning on cooking this rump roast, and I'm planning on cooking with potatoes, rice, that's all this stuff. And then on Friday, that's what happens. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's almost like it's almost like in your mind, that's the plan. And you're just, it's not okay until you look and be like, fuck, they ain't got potatoes. Fuck, they ain't got this ingredient. So now I got to figure something else out. There's nothing wrong with each scenario.
Okay.
And I get it. One puts that like that fight or flight mode in you, where you're like, all right, I got to figure something else out. Where the other one is like, no, like, I put into motion that I'm going to fucking do this, and I'm going to do it to the best of my fucking ability on this day. And when that day comes, I got everything here, and I'm going to do it to the fucking best of my ability. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think it's like a form of like testing myself, because with that scenario, think about Thanksgiving. And how the day before Thanksgiving, we had a whole plan. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go do this, and I get to hear whatever. And everything was supposed to work until I realized, oh shit, I live in a whole different area that I didn't think about. And it came down to plan B, C, D, E, and F real quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like in that scenario, again, both me and you, we can operate in that situation. We know when that situation comes, we're built to handle it. Question is if it went as planned, would it feel as exciting to you, or would it feel like mundane, where you're sitting there like, you know what? Nah, I got to make an apple cobbler too. and I gotta find all this shit and do it because what I plan to do,
Mhm.
it's already it's fine. It's not exciting. It's not exciting anymore because it's going exactly the way it's supposed to.
And that's what I'm saying. Let's go back to Thanksgiving.
Yep.
If everything would have went the way that we planned it to go, I still think it would have been just as enjoyable, just as great. Everything else,
Mhm.
we would have still cooked everything we planned on cooking. We would have still ate together and chilled. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would have been drinking. I would have had the loud music. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is still the way we planned it to go, but there's some extra flavor added to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah.
No, I understand, and I
So
completely
I would have been happy with that.
yeah.
Like everything's going the way we planned it to go. It's a perfect play. You know what I'm saying? Everything with the way we planned it. But it wasn't a perfect play. I had a couple of fumbles in there. Not just one, a couple.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I had good teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can't catch it, but I'm gonna throw it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, I got it. I'm gonna get about 3 yards and toss it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with that play. But to me, you don't want to live with every play like that.
Mm.
That's my thing. I don't want to like I want to know that I can operate under that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the scenario I want every day to be like.
Mm.
If every day is like that, God damn it, like I don't want to feel like every day is a fucking life or death situation. Sometimes I want to feel like I can just go home and cook and just chill. Like I like whatever I do today has no bearing on the rest of my life. Today can just be a chill day. You know? You ever like, and this is not necessarily in this vein, but like, growing up, again, my family had no money.
Mm-hmm.
Just barely, refugees, had barely anything, welfare, all this shit. Like, so every day you had to take stock in what you had because, the next day is not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I like being in the situation where, I got a good job. I got a good home. I can do whatever I want. And if I decide to fuck off today, it doesn't mean tomorrow it's going to be 10 times harder.
Mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Make good choices in life.
Yeah.
Or at least make choices you can live with. That's all. Don't
try to... You know what? That's shit. That's not even a quote for the movie. That's a quote just for life. Make choices you can fucking deal with.
Yeah.
Because every choice comes with an invoice.
Mm-hmm. And not just because it's the sexy choice doesn't mean it's the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the difference. Just that you don't always got to eat cake. Sometimes you need that broccoli.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Some people like the cake looks great and they know the broccoli is good for them, but you got to get to the point where you actually like the broccoli. That's it. To me, it's like sometimes you got to be able to fall in love with the work. And it's not necessary. So if you can fall in love with the work, then the outcome don't really matter because it's doing the work is what ultimately gives you that gratification. It's just that the outcome tends to put you in position to do more of that work. Yeah. All right. So final thoughts on The Lost Daughter. Yeah.
I like the movie, as I said at the beginning. Mm-hmm. It was a tad bit confusing. Only because I feel like there's some things that we didn't get any closure on. You know what I'm saying? We're left to think, did she have a daughter? Or was she lonely? Or were these people really eyeing her? Was she eyeing them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of brick walls there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But final thoughts. I think this movie is made for people that like to think. If you don't like to think, then don't watch it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get through it.
Yeah, I like the movie as well. And again, if you don't like to think, then you're gonna be bored by this movie because there's not a lot of action. There's not a lot. It's a character piece. It's a study piece. I do think that at the end of the day, there was some things that were just left muddled and there was no clear. Like you still have questions left at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I did like the movie.
Yes.
All right, so that is The Lost Daughter on Netflix. That is this week's movie. So now let's get to what Mr. Why Chris you Brown. look like Lil Nas X?
Oh wow, bro, really?
Bruh. Oh shit! You look like
Nah.
bro. You look like the Bloods hired a sheriff.
Hey, exactly.
But that don't even look like a sheriff's hat. That look like the little kid sheriff. You know, like when people want to play like Howdy Doody.
Hey, don't hate on the hat, man.
You should be in front of Walmart riding the mechanical horse.
Hey, this is hey, I run the city up here. You know what I'm saying? It's only like population like 3, but still.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, it's why do we? The thing is, why did we change clothes right now? Why are we hyped?
Because we about to see a new movie.
All right. So for those listening, you know, we just interrupted our regularly scheduled program because there's something big on the horizon. You know, the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. Ryu knocked over my shit.
He's not part of the DC universe.
Yeah, but he's got the hierarchy in the house. He runs his house. No, I'm gonna be honest. Ryu runs his house.
That's a problem between me and you.
No, listen.
My dog don't run shit.
I know. Yeah. Now look how you dress now.
What? I don't even know what that means.
I mean, yeah.
Don't hate. I'm sexy.
But you look like a sheriff in Reno, Nevada.
Hey, a lot of things happen in Reno. It's a fun town.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we got a big movie on the horizon.
Indeed.
And what is this movie? What are we watching this week? So originally we were gonna watch a different movie for the next episode, which is just still gonna come, but you know, it's blockbuster season.
Indeed.
So we put in a break on the regularly scheduled program to bring to you,
ladies and gentlemen, Black Adam.
Yes, sir. This next week, episode 5 of Sarah and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast is Black Adam, starring The Rock. See, that's why I had to go find the blackest shirt I own. It's Kamau Adam. Kamau Adam. For those who are Cambodian, you know, Kamau means black in Khmer. So Kamau Adam.
Fuck all that shit. All right, look, whatever he's talking about.
What are you expecting with this movie?
Look, honestly, I'm expecting a lot of good action. I'm hoping for some spoilers for hopefully a sequel of something different. Because, you know, Superman, when that came out, that did surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took a little while, but when it took off, And plus I'm a fan of The Rock, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I told my girl, if I had a girl, only person she could cheat with is The Rock. I'm not gonna do shit about that. If she decides to go fuck The Rock, fuck it. Have fun. I ain't gonna do shit about it.
That was the quickest little fucking snippet. I told my girl if I had a girl.
No, on the real. That's the only person I will not. Hey, if you want to go fuck The Rock, go fuck him.
Listen.
Just bring me back an autographed T-shirt or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Anybody else, I'm fighting you and them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, just know I am still fighting The Rock with all my might. I might lose. I'll probably lose.
But you know, he ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna fight Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Hey, baby, that's what you want to do."
Yeah, they be like, "Oh, you know what? You know, this is." He be like, "I bet you ain't never had one of those." It's just, yeah, Black Adam. I'm hoping that I'm watching a Black Adam movie and not The Rock as Black Adam.
I agree. I agree.
Because The Rock, I mean, he's got a specific sensibility to him, and he's got a specific type of humor to him, where sometimes you just feel like you're watching The Rock in another movie. So I sincerely hope, as a comic book fan, I hope, you know. But I'll be honest, I'm kind of upset that he's bald.
He's been bald for years.
Yeah, The Rock's been bald. Black Adam isn't bald. So that's
you know what? He isn't. He wasn't bald.
Yeah, he got that. He got that.
Like that. It's a major receding hairline in the corners.
Yeah, he looked like he got that Dean Malenko haircut.
Oh man,
hairline looked like Magneto's helmet.
Hell yeah, to the max.
Yeah, I'm excited for this because it's been, you know, DC. I love the DC universe. I know a lot of people don't, but I love it just because it's got this darker sensibility to it. It's got, you know, I don't know. There's this lightheartedness to the Marvel movies that I love.
Mhm.
At the same time, it pulls me out sometimes.
Yeah, I
And that's
mean,
what,
Deadpool did make a reference. He was like, "What are you from the DC universe?" And he was fighting. Was it Cable?
Cable, yeah.
Oh man, but
So
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, next movie up, Black Adam. I hope you go and see it so you can tune in with us on the next episode and give your 2 cents as much as we're giving our -1 cent.
yeah. And I don't remember what movie we were supposed to watch next after Lost Daughter, or after Parallel.
That was Lost Daughter, I thought. Yeah.
Lost Daughter. See, this is what happens when we film out of it. But after Lost Daughter, we were supposed to film whatever. That's still gonna come, but just after our Black Adam episode.
Yeah.
All right.
So here we go.
All right.
Black Adam.
Black Adam. And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I'm sorry. I'm just listening.
And third, we got Avengers Endgame. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if a motherfucker that was purple came to my planet, I'm running. I don't care what y'all doing. Snap me away. I ain't fighting them.
Oh shit! Straight no chaser, people. Straight no chaser.
All right, so okay, so this is what we should do. Next time we do a movie, we'll each pick our favorite scene in the movie.
Okay.
And have the other person do that scene straight no chaser.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Holy shit.
Have you ever thought about that? Like the Batman is like
look, that's why I was laughing. You said it's a black man beat up a white man.
Yeah.
And he's not in the hood.
Yeah.
At night. Where else could that happen? Because he is dressed in black.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. Okay. So that is this week's episode of Movie Therapy Podcast. You got to end it with laughter. Laughter
AKA straight no chaser.
Yeah, laughter is the best money. That's why we should end it. Straight no chaser.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
All right.
The straight. Okay. So next time we got to go to the segment of the movie. Now we're at the straight no chaser part.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. You know what we should do now? As we're going through the movie, we each get one. You're like, all right, no, straight no chaser, and then.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Like,
okay.
At any point, you're like, no matter what you're talking about, if someone says, "Hey, straight no chaser," you got to stop.
No politically correctness, nothing. It's just. Oh shit. Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. So next week's movie is Runaway Train on HBO Max. Go check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of this movie, The Lost Daughter. It was a surprising movie, a much quieter movie than we thought it was going to be, because I honestly thought it was going to be a suspenseful thriller. But yeah, very introspective.
That's what I thought. But yeah, definitely a brain occupier.
Yeah. As always, it's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta.
All right, and we out. That's after 3 hours. We out.
Yeah, for real.